Okay, great. So yeah, as I was saying, you guys have earned a long rest and a level. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh crap! That's right, you leveled up.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't rushing anybody out of this particular scene before you'd done everything that you wanted to do.
Oh, we're here.
But you're totally free to go.
Are you a pharaoh? Oh, that's the black pharaoh.
This guy has just walked up the
Yes.
stairs. He looks very young, human. He's wearing very summery clothes. This is what he looks like. And
Yes.
he's watching and he looks pleased.
Oh, good. All right, I remember that being the last thing I read last time, and I went, uh-oh. Big uh-oh. Go ahead.
Kiff will turn around, and if he sees him, go, "Not much cloth for a cold day. You know Burr?" Oh, someone's breathing into their mic hardcore.
That was me.
Rob's laughing.
He laughs. He says,
Yo, Scante, thank you.
He says, "It is always a warm day in my job."
I don't remember if I've ever seen this Black Pharaoh. Like, legitimately. I think only
Dromik has not.
I think only Fontiev, Yllaxis, and Maggie have.
He
and
looks
Marvis
different from last time. The last time you saw him, he was like more of like a liquid mercury type of creature.
Like incorporeal, or like
he was sort
just
of like
liquid.
a human-shaped liquid metal looking golem type. But he's clearly like the same.
But he definitely looks more.
But he looks more human and young and
oh no,
attractive right now.
Oh big oh no, big oh no. But I have not much to say. Sorry, I just wanted to remember if I've actually ever seen him before.
Didn't he come up when we were trying to close the portal under Codwake?
He may have.
He laughed at your misfortune and your pain and terror.
But that's like most people, so like that's not very descriptive.
Well, now he's chuckling at your success.
No, he's got a weird sense of humor.
Also, I have one more spell that I can learn. We need to decide what that should be.
Well, you better take that. Let's finish this roleplay and then we'll discuss spells.
So do you there's a lot of dead things here. There's still a bunch of owls. I think about there's at least 3.
I summoned my last summon owl.
Oh, you
so
did
it should
again.
be 8.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you could just leave, or if you wanted to you could go into the town again.
I think Kiff had something to say.
Kiff wanted to talk back to the Black Pharaoh and go "Your job always warm? Must be a nice job."
He nods. He says, "My supervisors are very lenient. They give me free range in all the worlds I survey."
Kiff will cock his head slightly to the left.
He says, "My only requirement is that I must come when they call."
And Kiff nods in not approval, in acknowledgement, and says, "Last master asks same thing. Get burnt to crisp, if no come."
He just chuckles. He says, "Oh, I'm sure my fate would be far worse." And then he slowly begins to fade out of existence while smiling and chuckling.
Oh, great.
Kiff will go, "Bye, friend."
He is not your friend.
He looks at Kiff. He says, "I am certain we will meet again."
Then Kiff, a little dazed and bewildered about what happened, will
missed a chance to say dazed and confused. I hate you.
Live with it. Kiff will turn to the right and see the dead corruptor on the ground.
It's half of one. It's cut in half.
And he will say, "Ooh, new parts." And Kiff would like to go up and take his dagger and begin skinning
harvesting.
The corruptor. Yes, harvesting, as he has done for every creature of Zan he has killed so far.
This is true. You have harvested something from every creature of Zan.
Okay, so just to be clear, you can totally do that. All these things, the dead Corruptor and Mangler and Gaunt, are all rapidly kind of fizzing and melting. but you can totally do that if you want. So
Can
how about you roll yours? Like, are you trying to get any parts in particular, like the teeth or the wings or like the shell pieces? Or...
Kiff has taken a prize from each thing that he has hunted successfully as kind of like a trophy. So if there's any particular part of the corruptor that would be, for lack of a better term, cool to have, he's looking for that.
I think let's say you can have like
just
either,
like a cool trophy.
one or both of the wings. The wings are kind of like beetle wings, like they're relatively.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sturdy.
You can both. You can have both.
Oh, like gelatinous, if you will, like a
no, they're
style.
like dry and kind of crispy.
Yeah, like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, like a
yes,
like a
but
bug.
They have like hard.
Wouldn't that be
spokes.
chitness?
Yes,
not gelatinous. Yeah, chitness.
Yeah, they're made of mostly protein.
Gina's got some.
Okay. Kiff will take 2 corruptor wings.
They are quite large, so you'll probably occupy most of your hands if you're going to be carrying them around. And the sky's getting darker. There's not lightning, but there is a lot of snow and a lot of cold wind. Like it's pretty.
We should probably leave. Is what everything's telling.
Kiff want wings.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll help to carry one if you want. If it's going to be hard to carry, I'd be happy to help. We do also have 8 owls, so you can use an owl if you'd like.
Indeed. I will ask an owl for help, and I know it's so good. Kiff will tell Dromik, like, fancy new parts, make fancy new things.
Perhaps. Back at like the fizzling creatures and look back at him and say, though they may not last particularly long.
Yeah, the wings seem to be relatively sturdy, but the other things that are softer, like the gaunt is very soft.
like stable. Okay.
So the because the gaunt is a very soft body like a caterpillar, it's melting pretty fast.
Oh, it's like a little caterpillar. I love it so much more.
It's not little, but it is kind of.
It's like a gigantic, disgusting caterpillar. I still love it.
Poor gaunts.
Poor gaunts.
They've seemed relatively docile so far, but they just keep getting into
I think
situations.
I think it did try to kind of attack us once, but mostly they just explode they just like depressurize and die in this.
Well, it teleported in with its young last time.
Right. Yeah. It made sense. It was upsetting.
It was trying to do Mama Gaunt.
Its young were also those little face huggers, weren't they?
Oh, no. The Gaunt babies were like.
Oh no, they were like grubs. I'm sorry.
They looked
like
grubs.
Like
yeah,
loot bugs.
Sorry, you're muted by the way.
They were like loot bugs. I was not muted in the thing. Yeah, they're like little grubbos. Aw, I still feel bad.
Which are also very soft.
Yeah.
Indeed, like loot bugs.
They're like little loot bugs. Anyway, yeah, I guess it's just the gun. Is there anything of it that does it look milkable?
Grab the nipples.
I guess that's the best way to put it. Does it look
okay? So while
still
Kiff is doing this, Dromik is trying to milk the dead gun, right?
I am gonna try.
Okay, roll. This is gonna be a nature roll.
We can do.
Fontiev walks over to Yllaxis. You wanna put like a small coin bet on whether or not he just gets kicked by the gaunt?
It wasn't great. Hold on, you said nature?
Nature roll, yeah.
9. I rolled an 8.
You're a druid with +1 nature?
Yeah, so nature is not wisdom.
Oh, well, true.
You're not sure about... Like, it definitely isn't a mammal. So it doesn't have nipples.
Oh, it doesn't have... Oh, weird.
But
it's milkable.
It does have something that might be like a spider spinner or something like that. And also it has a lot of weird, gross organs that are rapidly melting.
Oh, almost like a silk sack, if you will.
Yeah, I probably don't know what to do with that as of yet.
You get, or Dromik gets the impression that he could try to preserve some of this stuff if he wants to, but it's going to take some. It would work ideally with a live gaunt.
Okay, it would
To
work
learn more
best with
about
a
that.
live animal.
But
Okay.
if you had some way to preserve some of the rapidly melting organs, you could try that.
I don't know if I do. Let me check if other people have stuff to do. And then there was silence.
Anyone else?
Okay, I have a plan.
Go for it.
Why don't we use Flex Seal? It works on everything.
Flex seal, perfect. I really don't have any bottles or anything. Does anyone else have a bottle by any chance?
Um,
I'm also
Kiff have salt shaker.
Does it have salt in it?
I'm pretty sure we probably have some empty
No,
bottles from
because salt
health
is a good
potions.
preservation item. You can
That's true.
you can preserve things in salt. I don't know if you can preserve this in salt, but
Like,
go ahead.
hand the salt shaker to Dromik and say, "Salt cure meat. Salt cure bug."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Are we sure this isn't going
Ooh.
to turn into a slug situation where we just make it far worse than it needs to be?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure,
handle
so
parts in it is
I'm not
fine.
sure. So I was going to test it. I did want to sprinkle some salt on it to see if it is a slug situation where it sort of melts to more than it is already melting.
So Kiff has a salt shaker, right? And he's lending that.
He's
to Kiff.
handed it to me, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that does it does cause it to shrivel, but it does stop it from melting into complete. Slime.
Hey, yes. So
So based on your nature roll, you're not totally sure which part is which, but you could definitely get some of its parts.
that's fine. Yeah. I would like to preserve a part or so, something that looks like it's preservable, that will shrink instead of goop of this gaunt. I have no idea where you found this thing, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
Very gaunt. Yeah, so whatever I can preserve, I'd like to do so. I'm gonna hand the empty salt shaker back to Kiff and say, I will help you fill this next time we are in a town. I appreciate
Kiff will say, "Okay, friend. Salt easy to come by. This though," and then he hands takes a bag of curry powder out. "This good eats."
it. Gonna nod. Okay.
So I'm gonna say Dromik has 1 unit of cured bug innards or cured gaunt innards.
Yeah. One piece of gaunt. I think Sean was going to do his breathing, so I wasn't sure if he was.
You
Oh,
haven't heard from Sean.
my audio wasn't working, and I've spent time trying to figure that out. But I'm glad I can be heard.
Breathing.
I assume that happened around the time I asked you if you wanted to put money whether or not she got kicked.
Yes. I said something, and I guess you didn't hear me. So there you go.
No, I was wondering why you didn't respond.
GONT.
Just for some context, out through this broken wall, you can see the dwarves being kind of beaten and chased off through the streets. Some of them are being arrested and chained up, and some of these guys are like knocking on doors and demanding that people get out of houses.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
for some context.
I'm gonna tell Altier down there to pick up. I can't recall the name. The person we left basically in charge down there to get on them and go somewhere safe that isn't a stronghold, whatever that means. I just don't want to lead anyone to our private sanctums in any way. Just find some place to lay low.
Lord V is down there. You would think he'd probably be able to do that, but you can definitely remind them as well.
Yeah, I think Altier will try to scoop up Lord V to go somewhere inconspicuous and to lay low for a little bit, not someplace someone would think to look for him.
Cool. Are we bringing Mercy with us?
We must.
Okay. Just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
she's very willing. She says, "Take me away from this place. I do not know myself. I do not trust myself."
Okay, there is a giant owl here. Oh dear. There. She ate owls. So get on some owls. I want to see exactly how many owls we need.
Are you
Fontiev
guys
has his
gonna
correct?
retreat for now?
I would be okay with that. Does anyone else have anything they would like to do?
Not here.
Unless
Like,
it would be particularly quick and easy for Kiff to run over to the ballista that he knocked the one guy off of and take a pot shot at somebody attacking
They're still
the
up on the ballista.
crowd.
Like,
well, no, the one I knocked one off. Unless they had
that's true,
reinforcement.
but they might have gotten back up or had reinforcements. I mean, dude, feel free to look.
You can totally do it. You figure it would probably draw their attention, but you can totally do that.
I have another idea if you don't do that.
Okay.
How is our god friend doing?
Your what friend?
Mercy, you mean?
Mercy, yeah. I did use we did stabilize her, I think.
Yes, we
She has
stabilized her.
Yep. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say she's been instilled with a potion of bless and a spell of bless as well.
Correct.
So, like, she is stable, quote unquote, for now.
She is also human, currently.
She is stabilized in a human form, and she says, "I don't know
Yes.
myself. I need
Yes.
time. I have to recover."
She is mentally unstable, but
And
she
she
is
also
physically
shivering,
stable.
'cause
I don't know myself. What do I like? Do I like Burger King or do I like Wendy's? What is the choice here?
It's like I'm just trying to figure out owls. Get on your owls. Here's
Kiff will mount an owl, holding one wing.
Fontiev, are you still riding your broom, or do you want to ride an owl? Either is fine.
I'm gonna hop on an owl just because it can take a hit for me.
This is true.
And it doesn't take opportunity attacks.
Cool. If we put Marvis
And-
on an owl and Mercy on an owl, have one owl.
Is Mercy able to hang on to said owl?
Owl is
Or is
able
Owl
to
going to have to
Mercy.
hang on to her?
It seems like she needs a coat first of all,
Oh,
because as an angel, she didn't. She was
Right,
like internally heated, but now she,
actually, wait a minute.
she just has like the toga. The
Hold
angel
on
toga.
just a minute. I have
You don't need.
a blanket. I have a blanket. I will give that to her.
Kiff have nice pants.
It's literally part of my starter pack. I have a blanket.
She says, "Thank you." She says, "Is this? It's so cold. Is this mortal suffering I'm feeling?"
No, it is snow.
No, it's just the next day after having a really bad time at a tavern.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Are you gonna put her on her own owl or?
So
Can she fit
here's-
on an owl? Because I would
Oh, go ahead.
with another person, or no?
You know what might
With
be
a
best?
small person, probably.
You know what
Gotcha.
might be
Easier for you.
best? I mean, I don't mean to push you out on this, Fontiev. If you don't want to do it, that's okay. But if you ride next to Mercy on your broom, God forbid she doesn't need something, you can be there. Does that make sense?
Well, my
If you
plan.
don't want to,
well,
that's
my
fine.
original plan was have her to ride tandem with me on an owl. I thought that was originally gonna be the plan, or have her ride
okay.
tandem with somebody else.
But she needs to be on the owl with a small person.
Are you suggesting you would like to ride with Mercy? That's fine.
Kiff will say, "Come with me, nice angel lady."
So I guess Mercy and Kiffer on this owl.
Well,
Okay.
the other reason I was going to bring up the reason why she was going to be on the owl with me was because in case owl go poof, I have broom, I carry her.
Yes, but she can't be on the owl with someone of the same size.
Oh,
what
yeah,
Kiff
that's
just
the size
said.
requirement.
Be a will person.
Kif
Yeah,
just said that, yeah.
Kiff have 2 wings from bug if things go bad.
that's true. That's a good point. That's your
Kif
parachute.
does also have 2 bug wings. There you go. It's perfect. Here's what I'm saying. Since we now have everyone on an owl / Mercy and Kif sharing an owl, we do.
Okay.
Yes?
Can I just point out one thing before we move
Yeah,
on?
go for
Can
it.
we make a copy of all the owls with the colors assigned? Because I
Yeah, I
really
can do
hate having
that.
to do this every single time we make the owls.
I'm gonna
I
load the
did
table,
one
so
of
you
things.
should put something on your clipboard if you want to save it.
Yeah, save here. Just
Saved.
save
Mine
all
is
the
called
owls.
Yllaxis.
Save an
So
owl.
Okay, I will also save mine.
Giant owl save.
Save. Okay, my owl is saved. I will save the colors that are not being used currently. Pink. Has 2 eyes. Don't care. Which one's the other one that's not being orange?
Okay. I just copy and pasted them over onto our table of random shit over here.
Okay.
That'll probably get refreshed too, but if it's on your clipboard, then you can be able to.
I saved 3 of them. So
Okay.
here's what I want to do before we go anywhere. I want us to have lead owls and tail owl, or like lead, tail, and side owl. I think because we only have one back. But I
You
want
mean a wing owl?
Yes. I want them to be like, I want us to be kind of in not center, but like in a group, and I want the other owls that are not being used to kind of get on there, man.
So we want a Secret Service owl.
Yeah, I want one to be behind us, one to be in front of us, up until we are sort of away from them. And then I would like to have either the tail owl or the lead owl cut off, and maybe like lead, if there's anything following us, away from our group. Does that make sense? Like have two
that's
of them
what the
split
lead
off?
owl should do at a certain point. I think
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Or even
Now,
just
I
like
like it.
like if
Could
we see something
arm
following us, piss it off.
one of the owls with its own ballista that it can fire itself?
If you want to build a ballista, we sure as heck can.
Why build when we have?
I'm not gonna make him go pull that down.
The ingenious of Ineptus is coming back again.
Drunk Ineptus.
No, it is Smartamus. Remember?
Yes, you're right. Smartamus is drunk Ineptus. But anyway, yeah. So I would like us to start going, and if we do see anyone following us or tracking us in any way, I want lead owl to break off. But I don't know if there's other stuff happening before that. So go for it, Charles.
Well, look, you're in kind of like a tower now, so you can see there's various types of action happening in the city, and there's not a lot of focus on you guys right now, especially now that the egg has been destroyed.
I see chaos everywhere, but there's a Starbucks.
I think we fly by the cover of the dark sky as much as we can discreetly and fly to a place for safety. And that's probably our stronghold for now. Although that was breached yesterday. I don't know if that's the best idea.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm gonna go, like, I'm gonna let you choose, just because I got us the owls, but I'm not as tactical as you are.
It is what you would call a blizzard, so if you fly for too long, it might really take your energy out. It might make you exhausted.
I think Marvis would literally die if that happens. If he has 2 exhaustion. Do you have 2 exhaustion
there's
or 1?
There's
6
a lot of
levels.
them.
There's
There's like
6.
4 or
Okay.
5.
For some reason I thought there was
There's
only
6.
3.
6.
I
yeah.
can't. Sorry. Okay, then never mind. I mean, like, we still really shouldn't do that, but let's try not to do that.
Yeah.
Exhaustion? No, thank you.
Yeah, I know you've been fighting with exhaustion this whole time, and it's been awful.
So, the real question is, do we want to go? And I'm indifferent. We just know that our do we know where our allies are located right now, Charles? Are they at the dwarven stronghold, or are they at the tavern?
You know that the Dwarven Stronghold was created specifically to be a place for them to organize securely.
Okay,
Because
we'll
they were planning for this insurrection.
Okay.
We'll go.
You know that the tavern does have that safe room, but it's not as secure. It's
The
probably not as
stronghold will
secure
probably
as
be
the
better.
Fortress, because
We did also-
Our,
It did get broken into.
I mean,
what about our stronghold?
that's
That's
what
what
we're
I'm
talking about.
saying. Well, that's where we're gonna go. It sounds like. I think that's where we should go. If that's where everybody is,
Kiff
we're
thinks,
stronger in numbers.
Kiff thinks
Go
they
ahead,
don't
Kiff.
expect us go same place twice.
Yeah, I think it won't be an issue.
I
think-
wish I had 5th level spells right now, because then I could just use Tree Stride and we can just go back to Carthan.
No, we're okay here. We're okay.
Let's just go to the dwarven strongholds and call it a day, a night, evening.
It's
Yes.
afternoon right now. But you
An
can filter
afternoon.
A night,
An afternoon.
an afternoon of whatever it
Oh,
is.
no.
Yes.
Actually, Sarah,
Yes.
when do you get Tree Stride?
I could have gotten it earlier, but I didn't because I chose other spells.
You can choose different spells
I know I
every
can.
day. You know that.
I know I
Yep.
can, but I have not as of yet.
Okay.
I do have up to level 6 spells. But it's just not one that I've taken. Right now I have Conjure Elemental at level 5. But
I was gonna say,
get
because this seems like an
switched out.
obnoxiously useful spell that we could use.
Tree Stride?
There's
Yeah.
no trees around us.
It wouldn't, I don't think it would work.
I think it's fine. I think we have enough cover if we fly close to the sky in the dark of this evening, afternoon, with the snow, with whatever's going on. I think all of that will give us some stealth, and we will stealth there too. We will fly
And-
stealthily.
And Kiff,
We will do a
with his
stealth.
background feature, knows the way.
Yes, and tree stride only
This is
works for
true.
one person.
No,
No?
tree
Does it?
stride. Unless I'm thinking of something else, tree stride should. No,
We're
you
not
might be
on
right.
here, correct?
Yeah. I mean, you could do twin spell on it. If you
No,
had a
some of us
sorcerer.
are on here.
But yeah.
I don't know where the heck Dromik is. Because Yllaxis is over here.
Yeah, so if that's why, yeah. I'm not using Matt's amazing table thingy. So
No, it's
if you
okay.
need something and I'm about to load it, just put it on the clipboard.
I'm
with, like,
thinking
control
travel
F.
through plants.
Oh, okay. I just...
Transport
there's
via
Dromik.
plants, yeah. So there's
Yeah, that's
Fontiev.
what I'm thinking of.
Here he
All good.
is. I'm not at 12 HP. There's a bunch of people over here. Maggie's over here. Yllaxis is over here. Marvis is over here. I don't know who else is over here. Skomik's over here, but we don't need Skomik on the map.
Where is Kiff?
Kiff is very small. I know. Gosh, I'm sorry. He was over here at some point, but I don't know.
We will make a new Kiff.
Yeah, and if you find the
A
old Kiff,
better
that's fine.
Kiff.
A stronger Kiff.
Oh no.
We can
If you dig
rebuild
up
him.
Actually,
Pasta,
We can
stronger,
rebuild
This
him.
is
have his
now
own
level
personal
11.
coffee maker.
Oh.
There's Kiff. Kiff too tall. Kiff needs short.
Oh right. Kiff too tall.
Kiff too tall. Kiff too
Dromik is
short.
not at 12 HP. But anyway, so are we considered full rest or not quite yet?
So I'm gonna say that, but as long as you're here for at least the rest of the day, you can consider.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
But
doing
it doesn't take effect until the end of the
Until
day. I'm not
the
saying
end of
we
the
have
day.
to skip time. You can totally talk with people and like craft things,
Okay, that's fine.
but it will take effect at the end of this day.
That's fine.
If you don't have any other fights.
Okay.
So, since we have a tiny bit of downtime right now, we're not immediately doing roleplay. Spells.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking at the spell list.
I took
um,
heal.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's like a good one, right?
it is the best healing spell in the game. That's it. And it's like pretty much mandatory to take. It is a phenomenally good healing spell. It just heals like a ton of people for a bunch.
No,
But
I
it's-
thought heal.
Maybe heal is one.
Just the one.
Heal might be
Heal
one.
is like 1 for like 70 points or something.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's choose a creature, yeah. One creature for 70 points. But that's also really, and it also
fixes
ends
some
blindness,
conditions.
deafness, and diseases.
It fixes some conditions. I'm not sure if it works
Yeah, it
on Marvis,
fixes,
so I'd leave it up to him, but yeah.
It slices, it dices, it fixes that
fixes-
weird kink in your back.
Yeah, it fixes blindness, deafness, and then it says, and any disease affecting the target. Has no effect on constructs or undead. It does it. Again, Marvis.
Well, I'm out of luck.
If you're gonna
No, I'll
call
leave it up to you. It just says that, but I don't think that's required to follow that. I'll leave it up to you, whichever you think is fine. And meanwhile, I'm going to clean up this board here.
Okay, so I have
hello, how
like
are you?
3
I'm gonna be
choices
somewhat
for
quiet
ranger
just
spells that I
because
can
we
take right
are
now.
role-playing
Mhm.
currently.
Flame arrows, lightning arrow, and conjure barrage.
Ooh, all good choices. What do you feel like would be more appropriate for fun to take? More more roleplay based. Because I took heal only because I literally almost watched Maggie and Kiff just straight ass die. Like blip out of existence and die.
Well, here's the thing: they're all high damage dealing attacks. It's just a matter of what mechanically is going to be
What
more
flavor
useful.
of damage do you want?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the actual
flaming, what were the other ones?
flame arrows, lightning arrow,
We
conjure
have a lot of
barrage.
lightning stuff.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
the thing
barrage
about
or
the lightning
flame.
arrow though is that because it's basically I roll attack as normal and the target will take 4d8 versus the lightning damage on a hit or half as much on a miss. On
Is that
top
the
of
only one
that,
half or?
on top of that, whether I hit or miss any creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dex save or take 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much as on a successful one.
Okay, so that does good AoE as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Sean?
I was just gonna say,
Holy shit!
the only other thing I would say, Rob, is like, between you and I, we have a total of how many 3rd level spell slots?
I have 3. That's it.
How many what
I'd
levels?
also have 3. Okay, we just want to make sure we have revivify spell slots. I'm not saying don't take them, but it's also worth looking at not 3rd level spells. Like, I don't know.
No, I mean like I've already exhausted all the useful like
Okay.
non-3rd levels, and
Okay.
that's just my point. Like, I mean, the only thing I could take that's non-3rd level is potentially Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace is great.
Yeah,
but
like that's
Yeah,
understood.
Pass Without a Trace is great.
That's literally the only other useful
Like
thing that we
thought.
can use.
Do you have Entangle out of curiosity?
I have Entangle, yes.
Yeah, we already have someone that can do crowd
Okay.
control, so that's why I hadn't taken that.
Okay.
The other
Well, remember,
other
the someone
two-
who does crowd control also is most of the time an animal.
Yeah, so the other thing
just be aware of that one.
Yeah, the other thing that we can do is flame arrows. I touch a quiver, and then for up to an arrow, I can pull at least 12 pieces of ammunition out of that adds an extra 1d6 of fire damage.
On
To
a
anything
hit,
else, and that's
though, right?
yeah, that's it.
Is that on a hit?
And
That's on a
the
hit.
only
I would go with honestly the lightning because
the
it's
only
go ahead.
only thing about the lightning arrow is it is concentration, so it works against your hunter's mark.
Your hunter's mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
You can't use
Conjure
it along with Hunter's
Barrage
Mark.
is
Conjure Barrage is instantaneous.
which is anything within a 60-foot cone
I
that
really
I shoot
liked
makes a
Conjure
dex
Barrage.
save. And
And
basically it's an all or nothing
That's the one that
attack.
Sable had.
Conjure Barrage.
That one's really
is-
nice.
Yes,
Yeah,
Conjure
it's
Barrage is
a-
great.
Yeah,
It's
I like that one.
guaranteed damage.
Yes, it's guaranteed damage and a nice cone.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally really liked Conjure Barrage. I thought it was incredibly useful, and I thought that I don't know. I just thought it was an all around good spell.
Lightning arrow is good too.
Flaming arrow is
it's
also
just-
good, but
it's
it
just
does
you
work
can't use-
in
You
juxtaposition.
can't you can't use lightning arrow or fire arrow while you are using hunter's mark.
So
That's
that
the only
has been
problem.
Yeah, the only thing I had with
bane.
flame
is
arrows is that
concentration
like
spells.
there wasn't necessarily a difference between that because my hunter mark basically does the same thing.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's a
right,
good
but
point.
if you could Hunter's Mark and also do extra other damage, it might be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so like my feeling was either end up being Conjure Barrage or Pass Without a Trace for utility.
Kiff say,
Hmm.
Kiff do magic arrow. You do many arrow.
There you go.
Yeah. So when we say mini
Wiser
arrow, we just mean
words.
the blunderbuss shotgun of death.
That's essentially what you have there with Conjure Barrage. Is just like it's just a lot of it's very good for multiple enemies too. I feel like
Kiff
Go ahead.
says, yes.
Mm.
That's it.
Are you gonna go anywhere else with that?
Yes. That's what Kiff says. Kiff says yes.
So
No,
are we in agreement on Conjure Barrage or?
Yeah, I say go
I
with Conjure
personally think
Barrage.
I think it's a good call.
I
You're
also Conjure Barraged a lot
full-blown-
when I was a ranger, so I am partial to it, but that's just me.
You're
Nice.
full blown ranged damage dealer. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
and obviously with it being arrows and whatnot, you do a lot of single target damage,
Hmm.
like broadening those horizons a bit for a little bit of AOE. Yeah, especially. And we've been
Yeah.
dealing with a lot of little shits.
Lots-
So,
especially
So
those
the
stupid
only
little
thing I'm
boys.
gonna say, despite the fact that we'll take like half damage on there, is that my spell save is only 12.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Man,
That's okay. I'm just
Be fine.
trying to get a group
May-
consensus because I wasn't
May
sure
I
if
make
you want me to do
one
that or
more
pass.
point? May I make one more point against
Yes.
Conjure Barrage, even though I think
Yes, of course.
it would be the one I choose.
Yeah.
Each creature in a 60-foot cone. How frequently do you find yourself
in a cone, a
with multiple
60-foot
enemies
cone.
within 60 feet of you?
You know
that
what?
you
That
need to
may
hit
be.
it with the cone, as well as not your friends.
That may be
Would
a
that
good.
is that going to
call.
target friendlies?
Yes.
Yes. It will hit anyone in a 60-foot cone.
So I mean, the only reason I bring it up is just because of how ridiculous that last battle was. With the between everything coming into the city and then everything in that last battle where we had like the multi targets. That's the
Still-
only reason why I'm feeling that.
Still a good spell to take. I'm just saying that's the only thought I had about it, is that it's good that it is some guaranteed damage and it has some good spread to it. My only thought is you don't find yourself in that situation frequent enough. Maybe that means you have to move up a little bit closer if you want to use that one.
Yeah, Sean does have a point with that.
No, I
But
know.
you can get out pretty quickly too. That's really not that big of a deal.
Right, that is true.
Because that's your action. You could just go. Whoop,
You
whoop,
also are
bonus
if
action
you're
backwards.
on the broom. Yeah.
60-foot cone. It's pretty fucking big.
So
Yeah,
60-foot
dragon
cone
size.
is very large. But it also that's everything in a 60-foot. So it does have its ups and
Yllaxis
downs.
and Marvis.
Yes, including Yllaxis and Marvis and maybe even Dromik. Dromik takes up a lot of space. I take up a pretty decent amount of space. I must.
But
say.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that spell, Rob.
No, I don't either.
It's a good spell.
Yeah, I like
a good
that spell.
I mean,
but also
in general,
that is
I mean,
a good
I'm
back
just
and
trying
forth to it.
I'm
Good
also
call.
just trying to negotiate this as well. I mean, how often have we actually needed pass without a trace for stealth?
Don't stealth
not
a whole
much.
lot either.
It's
Yeah.
just you have a situation and you just find some way to.
We're not really stealthy, if you will.
We're not
Yeah,
just
no.
like-
I'm just saying. I mean,
What are you talking
It's
about?
not-
I mean, so with Fontiev's movement speed, how I would play it is we get into encounter, roll initiative. Fontiev's first turn, move 15-20 feet up to get ahead of the melee pack,
Yeah.
blow off the conjure barrage, use the
And
rest
then
of the
move
movement to go
back.
back.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then
Stuff
you're set up behind us.
Like
and
start off
Hot shot.
in
Yeah.
the fight with a bang.
You
and then
get
go back
good
and do the thing.
initiative almost all the time too. So
That is
that
true,
makes a lot of
too.
Yeah.
sense.
Rangers
And
do
you
have
know
good
what? Not for
initiative.
nothing. Maybe
now that you
tank-
said that, now I'm gonna have really horrible initiative for the rest
Right.
of the campaign.
That's
and then you're
probably
gonna,
true.
Worst case scenario too. In that situation,
You're gonna eat a
you
hit.
tank one hit for us. That's helpful
Right.
too.
Right,
like-
exactly.
Plus, I am a barbarian, so any damage gets like half
Well,
for me.
Here's the
Right.
thing, though.
That's true.
Are we talking regular hit or Charles hit?
No, you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards
Well,
Conjure
that and-
Barrage. I mean, I only have 3 spell slots, so this would just be
I
kind
would
of like
take it.
Yeah.
I would
that's
take
very,
it.
very
Yeah.
situational one.
I would take it.
Yeah,
Just make
I would
sure
take it.
you have a revivify spot every once,
Yeah.
Yeah.
every day. But other than
Well-
that, I would take it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, right now I have 2 spell slots left for the day. Now that I have 3, so
Well, after,
I have one more slot. I have one more slot left for
One more
Revivify
splot.
today if we need to. Splot.
Luckily, we're
yes.
Yeah.
taking
I like that word, splots.
Yeah.
splots.
It's better than spot.
Splots. Yes.
Anyway, with the mechanical conversation all well and good
Oh.
now. Shall we
Lots,
get back
lots is
to-
better than good at Splot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cat is like out of control. Look at this monster.
Cat is being a cat.
Was that
cat
the
is
log
100%
song?
cat.
But splot?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Oh, is it
Amazing.
1998?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Thank God, things were easier then.
I know. Can we go back to that point? Because I just feel like
Oh my gosh.
I could use a little dose of like sit in front of TV and just watch Cartoon Network reruns.
All right, guys. I
Okay, see you
didn't
later, Rob.
hear my dial-up connection faded out. What was that? Shall we
man.
blow this popsicle stand though and head to the
Yes.
stronghold?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay, so we show up with some owls. We should probably put ourselves over here.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, you would enter around here, yeah.
Okay,
Indeed.
here, give me just a hot second. I'll grab everyone. Everyone's okay with
Hang
that.
on. Here you go.
My God, the generic elves.
Yeah, there's generic elves here.
I can't
Generic
find
is a
Fontiev.
decent elf name.
Yeah.
Generic. There is all the people I could find. I can't find Fontiev.
So you are welcome to back.
There is a reason why I keep
Hello,
a
Elena.
giant copy of myself
Hello,
on top of this
Elena.
board here.
What did
Oh, I found you. Wait, I found you. You're hovering in the air.
I'm hovering in the air. Where the hell am I hovering in the
Over
air?
here.
He's flying.
Over here.
You're hovering in the air? I don't know how. There we go. You're locked. Unlock. There you go. Now you're,
Oh, I
you
know.
have
So,
fallen.
so that's what happened. So remember when we were fighting that war inside of here, and I flipped
yeah,
the
and
table?
you
Yeah.
flew.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was still
you
stuck
did
on the
that.
ceiling. I remember this now. That we
Okay.
reloaded a pre-state back, like at
Here.
least a couple of
I'm
games
moving
ago.
you with everyone else. We are here, Elena. Hi.
Just getting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're still.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't even in TTS. I'm just like here. Here we are. Let's get started.
And I'm here.
Right. Do we have a token for mercy?
I will
we
make one. Good point. Thank
had
you for reminding me.
had a token.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't see mercy. Did we fuck that up?
Yeah.
Oh
This
my
will be
God! It's the masterful Maggie, come to grace us with her magic and superpowers
Oh boy.
Okay, here's Mercy.
and possible sass.
Yay.
I'll make her yellow because
It's
And
definite
always
sass.
there will be
Yeah,
sass.
it's not
Yeah.
possible. It's definite sass.
I don't know about the magical wonders, but I can promise you sass.
There's magical
Right.
wonders. Oh god.
Cantrip for Maggie.
Why are me and it's because Marvis was sitting on my head.
Oh, there we go.
We fixed
Okay.
it. We're
I am
here.
Loaded. Oh, I see a floating horse.
Wait.
There's a floating horse.
No, it's because you
fucking
picked
cat.
up Altier.
Oh, I picked up the I was very confused as to what was happening.
I'm invisible.
No, I see your hand.
No,
Here.
my figure says.
Oh, it says
So-
invisible.
Oh, you have the word invisible.
Anyway.
Yes.
So when you return, it does look like the other entrance was sealed up with some rocks.
Yep.
The dwarf who's in charge of guarding the fort, Captain Borland, he looks quite dismayed, but he says, "I'm glad you guys are back. How'd it go? What happened with the eggs?"
They are gone. The eggs are gone. That's all I have to
Well-
say.
Kiff will say,
Everyone just like they're gone. Please don't ask us to do this again. Good
Kiff-
night.
Kiff and Magic Lady go to Egg World. No air there. Very not good.
And you didn't
Egg-
get me a souvenir? Damn it! I wanted the egg shot.
They
He
did.
brought
presents
back
They
you
did
the
bring
wing.
back
he
the
presents
gaunts
to you the
and-
wing of
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
Excuse me, plural wings.
Yes, that's true. You do have two
Souvenir.
wings. Kiff got not one but two wings from the corruptors.
Kiff will take the wings and hold them in his arms and wave them like a kid pretending to fly and go, "See?"
So sorry, real quick.
Can
I
we
don't
roll
wanna-
to see if
Amazing.
he can actually fly with those?
Go ahead,
What were you
Elena.
gonna-
What was your
what were you
question?
gonna
I don't want to slow anything down. I'm assuming
no,
that
it's okay.
the Dromik acquired a unit of cured gaunt innards was like we collected some things before leaving the
I poured
town.
salt on a
Let's do
gaunt
it.
and it shriveled up instead
Do
of
it.
doing a slug.
Indeed.
Amazing.
And then I
So,
carved off the
yes.
wings from a corruptor.
Excellent.
I don't know what
Uh,
part of the gaunt I have. But I do have part of it.
You have
That's
some
That's for
egg.
sure.
Hopefully the part with milk, but who knows? Unless it's all dried up. Anyway, and it's still the night the day before. Like we
It
haven't
is
long rested yet.
afternoon.
Yeah,
Right,
so
I-
once
I
we're
didn't want to
finished
rush
here.
people forward if they want to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
So
Doesn't
Captain
matter.
Roland says that looks great. He says Vesuvius and the boys just got back. They're looking in pretty bad shape though. But they say they lost track of Bethany.
They lost them?
Yep. That elf too that you had in that magic stone of yours, Miss Yllaxis. He says King Cyril called himself. He's in conference room too. He seems to have met some new friends.
Oh.
Yes, very good. I heard word of some local bards that he had been working with. Wonderful.
Yeah, he says just one thing. You know, I heard that a lot of dwarves got real beaten up in that whole diversion tactic at the gate. So, I hope whatever you got from the egg was worth it.
To be fair, there was also one that shed his pants. Locked.
So I did hear
I
about
feel
that.
bad about that.
That was quite a story.
Cliff just goes, "It me."
It me.
Well, considering that the rapture was delayed a whole day, I'd say that yes, it was quite necessary and
A whole day, he says. That's
as
great news.
successful as it could have been.
That's great news. He said, "Yeah, feel free to take some time off. I'm going to steal the gate for now. I think we got as many people as we're going to get. I don't know what's going to happen to Bethany, but hopefully she'll find her way here."
Anybody else just want to go to the bar for a very long drink?
I would like that
Yeah, there's
very
gonna be a
much.
bar for
But
him.
ain't nobody got time for that.
It's a dwarven stronghold, of course. There's
Yeah,
a bar.
we
Yeah,
have,
there's
there's
always
a
a
literal
bar.
in there. I've been there. It's quite magical.
I do want to go to the alchemical workshop first to talk with Marcia and
Marcia
Shan.
is there. She's been brewing all day.
Yeah, she's been doing stuff. She's been doing and brewing. I'm gonna put myself in the alchemical workshop. I will meet you all later. Where should we meet before I leave?
I mean, we're not leaving just yet. We're gonna plan
No, I think
afterwards.
this is a big stronghold. Where should we meet after this?
It's huge. You're right. In the
Yeah.
conference room, I think in the conference room, talking to Cyril and the bards.
Into here? All right.
Yeah, we probably want to hear what they have to say. I was informed of special healing magic they have.
Wonderful. I'll meet you in there in say an hour, less.
Sounds
That
good.
work?
I will follow, or Maggie will follow Dromik. Because
Yes.
I'd also wanted to talk to Marcia.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, so I think we should do the Marcia thing first.
Let's here. E.
Oh God, where?
Yeah.
There's so many.
You're almost there.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You're so close. You're like, ah.
Just
I just
So
wanted to
Marcia,
show
I'm
them.
very happy to see you back. And she says, "Oh, you're
Oh.
back. That's wonderful
Nice.
news."
Marvis is with us.
She said, "I hope no one was hurt much."
We did our best. The people who got injured did willingly help us.
Quick note. Where do we want to put Mercy right now? Do we want to just put her into
That's
the
your
bedchamber,
job. That's your
You're
job.
the mercy wrangler. You claimed responsibility.
I just have her on a baby leash. She's just walking around
The
destroying
moment,
stuff.
no, this is
Fontiev
better
is
than
like,
the
the leash
skeleton. You
comes
can
back out,
you can
yeah.
reason with this. You can reason with her now. This is the angel on the leash instead of the skeleton on the leash.
Former angel.
Yes, the former angel. This is true. I don't know if we
That
want to
would be
call
perfect.
it former.
Toss.
Yes.
Marcia
Maybe.
says, "Should I tell you what I've got for you first, or would you like to show me what you've got first?"
Why don't you tell us what you've been working on all day?
Okay.
What did she say? I want to know.
She says, "Using the supplies I've found here, that during the whole attack on this, there was unfortunately a great fire in the mushroom garden, so there's very little left.
We know.
But she says, I did brew this one potion, which I will write down.
Mhm.
So, Marcia, not just one, there's three. 3 potions for you. So there's one which is potion of permanent strength +1, and there's potion of invisibility, and
Whoa.
there is potion of pass without trace.
Oh, we got potion up, man.
Ooh.
Nice. Remember that time you were gonna take pass without a trace and then you didn't, Rob?
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
a
I
potion
do.
of it. That's awesome. No, I'm saying I'm really glad you took
Yes.
it.
All right,
Oh,
there's
would you-
people in a cone right now. Why do I test it out?
Oh no.
You test it out and I break your neck.
I actually could probably take it, but that's only for now. Anyway.
Put them in the
Oh yeah, that's
top.
right. I forgot we left this entire place a fucking mess.
Yeah,
they-
everything's
they
kind
clean
of
up
a
the mess, which I'm
hot
trying to.
mess.
Oh my god, this cat. I love it.
Specifically the cathedral area. I feel like we kind of fucked that up a lot.
We
So
did
that
it.
is
That was the
yeah.
That was
Celestials.
fucked up by the other people. Yeah, by
It
we
was
didn't-
kind of completely ruined. Oh, by truth, the other
Yeah, you know. the one that
angel?
we- Yes.
Yeah, you guys didn't want to talk to her. You just like punched her in the face.
We did not want to talk to her because she
To
ruined
be
our
fair-
hideout.
To be
There was
fair,
a lot of
we were
things
under
happening.
like 3 simultaneous assaults
This is true.
at that point, and we were not desperate enough.
Well,
Right.
I got us a planetar, so Fontiev's done his job for the campaign.
Good job.
Yay.
Could I add these 3 potions to the parsimony pockets?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. Can bicker or whatever over who gets tea later.
No, I think that oh, it's fine. I mean, I pretty much never use potions. I'm just kind of here. I'm always happy to have things happen. If they don't, they don't. It's
But
one
if
of
they
those
do,
things.
then they're usually just an ouch.
Listen,
Yeah.
sometimes the things in the pump save us.
This is very true. I feel like that has happened more often than not. As to like, just like sometimes I look in the pump and go, "Holy crap, we have this thing!" And everyone goes, "Wow!" And it's great.
Yep. 100%.
So Marcia says, "What did you guys want to show me?"
If
I just pull up my phone. I just show her just like
if
a
Maggie
cat
has
with
nothing
camp
to
of
say,
cats.
I'm happy to show the gaunt, withered gaunt piece.
What is this? So strange.
It's yeah. Go ahead.
You can explain it.
Uh,
I'm not.
it's a piece from a creature somewhere that, from what I think we've seen, and I mean, I think Maggie's seen more than I have, but it seems to live where most of the creatures that tried to hurt the people out there come from. Zan, correct?
I don't
She says
know.
that's
Well, yeah.
It
That is
just
where we-
says it part of dead mama slug from Eggworld.
That yeah.
She says, "I wonder if this could be one of those gaunt creatures that was referred to."
Yes, it is a gaunt. Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't say it was a gaunt. It's a gaunt.
Okay. She says, "Yes, I will study this. Perhaps we can extract something useful."
assuming
or
it's a
at least
gaunt.
make a potion of it.
Marcia, before you completely delve into examining this shriveled piece of gaunt, we have some very pressing matters. I believe you've heard of the zealot's ability to sniff us out.
Yes, I have.
These are the papers that I have so far detailing what Lady Vacanus had just enough time to accomplish before, we killed her. And I put them down on the table. Say, if there's anything else you need, please let us know, but we need a way to counteract this as soon as possible, or else really any stealth mission that we attempt in the city is doomed to fail.
Her eyes go wide. She says, "Okay, should this be my first priority?"
Probably.
I would say so, personally. I'd look around at everyone else, but
I'm just gonna nod. Whatever Maggie says goes. She knows what she's doing.
Kiff is just standing there, flapping one wing, flapping another.
he's like, I got wings.
I know who the
She kinda-
matriarch of this group is. I'm the dum-dum. That's Dromik understands strong women. Dromik is fine with this.
And Charles, I did see that you had responded to me, but I figured since typing, I just
Oh.
Yeah.
do it out loud. Yeah.
So Marcia says, "Sure, I'll get on that right away." And she calls for an assistant. She says, Jones, and
Wait, where'd Shan go? Where'd the lizard lady go?
She wasn't supposed to be there. That was my bad.
Shit, I wanted to talk to her.
Okay, well,
There's
she's
why I
over.
came
She's elsewhere. She's just down.
Oh,
the
that's
hall.
fine. That's fine.
And this is going to be her new assistant, Jones. Assistant
Jones
alternate.
Various. Jones Various.
Yes.
Is there anything else you might need in order to figure out a way to either remove this ability from them or counter it?
She says, "Well, I think I could synthesize some of this strange meat here, and this could contribute to such a cure. It depends on what the outcome of the research is, though. I'll have to spend some time studying it first."
I look forward to your results.
She says, "Certainly, and thank you for disrupting the ritual." And she says, "I've heard that you've spread not only disrupted the ritual, but you've also managed to communicate to people the danger that the current government poses to the city. So we may finally be getting towards a public that really understands what's happening. I thank you for that."
Certainly put a lot of time and effort and blood into it.
She says, "By chance, did you guys meet any gnolls during your missions today?"
Knowles, I do not believe so.
I want to say no.
She says, "Oh, okay." She was a little sad. But she says,
And I am like, and I just turned to her like, why?
She's a null.
Have you heard anything about Knowles and Carthan?
I heard that some were sent here as punishment for small crimes like stealing bread in other places, and sent here to work as indentured servants as punishment among the nobility. But I haven't seen it.
If we do see a null,
Seen any.
we'll keep an eye out for you. At the
sure.
at the minimum, I think. Correct?
Yeah, of course.
Kiff will shut in and say, "Retry free them. Like how retry free scale folk." And then Kiff looks over to Dromik and goes, in Draconic goes, "Right?"
Of course. There's no reason for them to be trapped like us.
I do believe, if memory serves me correctly, that the only real reference we've heard to Knowles thus far was when Father Poopy Pants, or sorry, Brother Poopy Pants,
Pardon me, doesn't
mentioning-
say the
I
real word brother
actually
Poopy
forgot
Pants.
his name.
Pontus, I think.
No, not Pontus. It
No,
was
no, no.
Brother Baylor,
Baylor.
Balthor, or something.
But
Poopy Pants.
Poopy Pants, you got it.
Did I believe, if memory serves me correctly, mention something about how Knowles are one of the, and I mean no offense, this is not my opinion, Marcia, were of the lesser beings along with Skellfolk. But I've not seen a Knoll here.
This is
We haven't
correct.
seen any Knolls ourselves. It's possible if they have any, they might be holding them at the hospital.
She says, "Well, during my time working for the Justice Agency, I heard that that there was a lot of gnolls being sent around on various so-called reform programs. But I fear they may have been sold into slavery. It's just something that I was curious about." But she says, "I'm sure that's only a minor aspect of this whole situation."
It may not be.
Kiff's eyes, when she says slavery, his eyes go wide and he goes, "Friends!" And then he turns around and
Oh no!
Oh boy!
runs out of the room,
Oh shit!
wings
Right,
in
his little
hand,
slaves.
like
Wings
he's
flapping.
trying to be a little aeroplane boy. I'm trying to get
Are you having
Dromik, or
yeah.
I'm trying to get Kiff. I was
You
on
got
the
him.
train,
I know
Dromik.
you keep getting
And
Dromik because the
He
tail
runs out
hitbox.
of the room, and he
Where are you
goes to
going?
try to
Where are you
find
going?
his kobold companions.
His kobold
He finds
companions.
2 kobold companions. They're here. They say, "Master, we baked cupcakes."
Oh my god, amazing.
And they hand him a kind of like burned cupcake.
Is the cupcake
Oh,
of
man.
deliciousness?
I love them.
Kiff says, "Thanks," and then he takes it and sniffs it, and then he takes a bite, just a bite.
It's probably
Roll a
pretty
con saving
bad. Yeah.
And you bite into it, just all eggshells.
A little bit.
No more eggshells.
No,
Oh,
that's
man.
terrible.
Not today.
I think they need names at this point. I think
They
have
do
names.
need names.
They
I
do
think
this
Kiff
in
gets
the
to
game.
name
Yeah, I was
them.
gonna say Kiff needs to name them.
No,
Unless
they
they
need to
had
have their
their
own
own
names
names,
because
yeah.
if Kiff
Oh
names
right,
them,
yeah, that's true.
that's way too slave-esque.
Yeah.
I'm not
Papu
gonna
and
let that
Papu?
I think we mean Matt needs to name them.
They're gonna be named Click and Bam.
Amazing.
Oh.
Love it. They're great.
So,
And Click says,
anyway.
Master, if we are free, do we not need to give presents to you? And then the Bam says, but I thought we need to always give Master presents.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
Dobby
Dobby
Literally
is
what's
free.
happening.
Kiff, well, first of all, how does the cupcake taste?
It tastes burned, but it tastes
Uh-huh.
okay.
Oh.
Aside from the burning, like the recipe was valid and the ingredients were balanced.
Uh-huh.
They put the right
At least
ingredients
you
in, they
could
just put it in the
breathe.
fire for too long.
And
So-
smell them.
Kiff will, he will first say, "Kiff, no master," and then after he says that phrase, he's going to do a little prestidigitation on the cupcake to make it not taste as burnt. And he says,
And they both say, whoa, when you
Kiff.
cast spell. Like,
then he goes, "Kiff, what you call friend," and then he splits the rest of the cupcake in two and offers Click one half and Bam one half.
Aww.
they say, wow, we eat own breads.
Beautiful.
And Kiff goes, "Yes, we all share. All
That's
short
great.
scale folk."
They say, do we share money too?
Kiff goes,
Uh-oh.
Daddy, I want a Lamborghini.
Kiff says, "We all make own money, but own money, yours to keep. But if we in bind, we help each other out. That is friend."
Okay.
Side note, why are you talking to them in common? Talk to them in Draconic.
Oh yeah, true.
You're
that's right.
all the same race.
I just hit so into the Kiff.
I mean, here's the thing though, they could also
It's
just
fun to
only
talk.
speak common. Depends on how long they've been slates.
It could be that Draconic is just a simpler language.
That's true. That is true
He
too.
did speak to them in Draconic at some
He has
point.
I did.
previously,
Like when they
yes.
were
Yeah.
still
Yeah, he definitely
before
has.
they were freed.
I think he used it to explain the idea of freedom.
I don't want to take up too much time on this, but I just want to have them say, like, what is our job, Kiff? Do we have job? Are we free?
Yeah, Kiff will
And
say,
one of them says, maybe we can free other kobolds.
and Kiff says, "That's a great idea." Alright, I'm gonna drop out of the Kiff impression for a minute to try to explain this. I'm trying to tell them though that it's a dangerous job and they have been serving for so long that they may not be super effective in combat, and that we do need to try to save all of the scale folk, or as many of them as we can, but we need to go about it in like a tactful way.
They not this, of course.
And Cliff says, "For now, egg exploded. Cliff almost die, but live.
They say, was it dragon egg or a tasty egg?
Very bad eats.
They say, yeah,
You
rotten
will
egg's not good.
Yes." Then Cliff says, "For now, friends have fun." And then he pulls out the wings and he flaps them a bit, and he ushers to them, "Come on, we try to make fun with these." And Cliff
Okay.
would like to lead them off and go try to find the smithy, which he will talk to after everybody else does their things.
Show them the
Okay.
ritual of good time.
Yes, indeed.
The forager, yeah. Okay. And you find Kaylee handled the smither. Okay, so that's happening. What are some other people doing who haven't done things yet?
I'd like to bring Fontiev and Mercy to the cathedral area, if that's okay. If that's okay with you?
Sure.
So it is kind of wrecked, but it has been cleaned up a little bit since the Great Wrecking. They seem to have decided that the best way to secure was to trigger more of a collapse over here. But there's a lot of kind of wrecked statues of dwarven gods here.
As we step in, also pull out the Book of Dwarven Tradition.
You might walk by all this gaggle of elves on the way.
Gaggle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Noted. It is
I don't know
it is the
if we're a
appropriate
group of
term.
elves.
Is it
Gaggle.
actually?
No, I have no idea. It's a made-up thing. Doesn't matter. So looking around, I just want Mercy to sort of see the faces of these dwarven gods and try to explain to her that this is real. They erected these things because people believe in them, because these voices came to them.
Really, she said.
Yes,
She's still huddled with the blanket around herself and wandering around.
there's more than one truth into this world. I think the real truth out there is either you're there to be good or you're not there to be good. I think if there was one thing that was truth, it's that.
Or if you're the sealed statue, you don't stand up.
Tomorrow,
Speaking of truth, we may have killed her.
if you're willing, I can try to restore you to once you were. I can perform a ceremony.
She says, this one says, Sharandlar, dwarven goddess of love. And you,
She is one of the greatest in their religion.
Lady of Life, she says, I came into existence as birthed as a piece of the one they call God, Dominus. But if there are other gods, and she says, and she gasps as the statue slowly reforms and winks at her. She says, there must be other powers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's powers all over the place. I started my journey just hearing a voice in my head, not knowing what it was. And eventually I figured out, well, her name's Eliastray. And she's given me all these great things. And I pull out my holy symbol, and I put my hand on Mercy, and I use whatever points of lay on hands I got from leveling up to just have her feel the warmth of what lay on hands is like.
Are you sure the voice wasn't just Kiff?
So at this point, a bunch of elves come in. And they're all kind of talking amongst themselves. They sound a little excited, and they look a little roughed up, but they sound very, very... Some of them are a little concerned, some of them sound nervous. They're all talking in Elvish. they genuinely smile to see Yllaxis. And they're kind of whispering among themselves. A lot of them are actually... They're helping to clean up the room. And a lot of them take out little icons of gods and put them on the shelf here.
See? People who believe in what's right help to make things better as these people are cleaning up and putting up their own iconography. And that's really what the truth is. People are good.
She says, I see. I can't remember a time when I had to make my own choices, though, which is I wonder what I'll have to do next. If I'll be a being of servitude or a being of loyalty or law or what.
You can be whatever you want. You don't have to...
skills. And she seems a little confused.
Marketable skills, is that what you said?
Yes, she says, do I need to have a job?
Oh, God. Well,
How do I get a job? I was an art major in college. I'm screwed.
Job certainly helps, Mercy, but, find out what you like and what you're good at and what you want to do. Take some time to figure yourself out.
Okay, so at this point, a bunch of other elves come in. And this group is much louder, and there's not all elves.
Hashtag
There's
not
some
all
humans,
elves.
Oh
Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
no,
Not
no,
today.
not today, Matt. No. Continue. I'm
And
sorry. We
these
just had to stop
they're
that real
talking,
fast.
there's some that are playing music, there's a elf man playing the flute. And it's almost like these people are being led, and they look excited. And they all have rosy cheeks, and they're kind of being led. And this one, it says in a loud voice, come this way. We'll conduct a ritual in here.
Oh, her name is Jinx.
notice
And
one
on
of
your
them-
left, you will see the statue of Yllaxis. She
You notice
run
one of
around
them-
and punch things in the face a lot. Just keep with the tour group.
You notice one of them is being the black-haired elf named Latha, you met previously.
Mm.
And she says, excuse me, as she passes by Yllaxis and Mercy.
I shout to her in Elvish, "Where are you going?"
And she says, I know. In common. And the elves look, and they're kind of whispering and making sure that the other elves who aren't part of this group.
Okay. I
Yeah,
look at Fontiev and kind of shoot him a look and say, hold off a minute, everyone. Can I have a report as to what happened on your side of the city?
You're just addressing this group in general.
Yes, I need a report. Stat.
So Latha was talking with this lady with the strings over here, and she looks a little annoyed, but she says, "Well, so we were going with I volunteered to join King Cyril's group and met his lovely assistant here, Serena. She's a very capable sorceress." Latha says, "We met up with this lady named Jinx," and Jinx does a bow, and she taught us a wonderful way to bring people on our side. Isn't that right? And she addresses the group, and the group all kind of says, mm-hmm, uh-huh, and the group all kind of clusters around. She says, Jinx showed us the power that even those who are suffering from the plague can be cured by the power of song and the power of love. And Jinx says, with a simple kiss, and she extends her hand, and all these people immediately reach out and kiss her hand while Jinx kind of cackles. She says, truly, passion is the most powerful force in the universe.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is shoot out a divine sense.
You sense a lot of fiend over here.
I
For
wouldn't
those-
either.
I feel bad saying I wouldn't engage, but I wouldn't engage right now.
I'm too weak. I can't.
For
can't.
those
I don't have any
familiar with
spells. I
Warhammer
don't have
lore,
anything.
Yeah.
It sounds very much like a cult of Slanesh
It does.
sort of thing.
Slanesh?
Yeah, he's the
passion
demon
god?
god of
Yeah.
like passion. Yeah.
Or an
I
incubus
mean,
of
I could fire off an arrow. I mean, I don't know what good that'll do.
I don't think
I
so.
wouldn't do
I'm
that if I were
asleep.
you.
Yeah,
I'm
Marvis
just
says
asleep.
powered down.
Oh.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
is
do that if I were you.
I had
I
a
think
question
he is
for
now.
him, maybe,
Oh.
but that's fine.
Do you want to let her
Is it-
speak, or do you want to
Good
do
with
something?
words.
I wanna
You know.
look at the elves, and can I roll something to determine if they're charmed in some way? If that's Arcana or what? Just straight intelligence was the same for
Sure,
me.
yeah, you can roll insight. But I
Insight.
want to say you didn't sense a specific fiend, you just got a general fiend sense. You
Got
think
a
there
whiff
might be
of
some non-detection in action, but you definitely got
Ooh,
a fiend
A
sense.
general fiend. That's a really high one. That's a 21. Gotcha.
You're
21.
very sure that these people are charmed in some kind of way, and based on the
Yeah.
divine sense, you're pretty sure it's like a fiendish type of charm. The Jinx says loudly, she says, but these people had the plague, but with my kiss, and she sort of kisses them, she says, the plague was replaced with pure passion.
That's
Isn't that right?
interesting.
And everybody kind of nods. And Celadus over here just keeps playing the flute. And she says,
I-
repeat after
I-
me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you're just trying to play out the scene for flavor, go ahead. But I do have a
No, you
question
can
for
interrupt her
Jinx.
at any time. She's
I was
like,
gonna say-
anybody making a monologue can be interrupted.
That's wonderful. What if we, hey Jinx, what if we were to weaponize it a little bit and perhaps maybe kiss a zealot or a hierophant? What do you think of
She says,
that?
that is quite interesting, and I like the way you think.
Why don't you go test it out? Report back to me.
She says, "Well, these people need some training first, don't they, sir?" And she looks at Enceldus, and Enceldus nods, and he keeps playing his flute.
Seem very well trained. I mean, he keeps perfect time. It's on pitch.
He's kind of like grooving as he does the flute,
Mhm.
and the people
He's
are sort
pretty
of
good.
dancing along with her.
Pretty good.
I've been
I am going to
The other elves do seem suspicious of this. They seem like excited about all the little gods they made, but they seem suspicious of that group.
in Elvish, kind of just projecting it towards like Latha and Jinx. Is Jinx an elf too? So quote unquote, does she look like an elf?
Look like elves, yeah. They all look clearly like pure
Okay.
elves.
So in Elvish, I am going to say sort of at them and hoping that generic elves behind me sort of hear. I'm going to say something like, this is interesting. I'm going to have a discussion with everyone else over here. Font?
Yes.
And I would like to gesture for the generic elves not over there to come near me.
Okay, so they do come over.
Hmm. Specifically 10 feet within me.
Oh, yes.
They do some. I'm just doing some information stuff.
Yeah,
They
no problem.
definitely do so. Yep. Okay. Do you want them to huddle?
Yeah, like the objective is if she does something crazy, if it's a charm effect, they're immune.
They're immune.
Mercy looks kind of excited. She says, "Whoa, that looks like they're having fun." And she starts coming over.
Perhaps you should stay here, darling. We need to have a
That
quick
music,
conversation.
It's
Wasn't she
just-
within 10
it
feet?
speaks to my essence, she says.
Calling to your essence.
Eh.
A moment ago you didn't know what your essence was. Are you sure?
And Celdus pauses in his flute playing, and he says, "Come, young one, and dance with us." And he continues playing the flute.
Grab her by the hand,
Miss
perhaps.
Mercy says she seems.
I'm gonna grab Mercy by the hand and say, perhaps you can have a dance with me first.
she says, "Oh, okay."
Fabulous dancer. As a matter of fact, there's a ritual in the religion of Illustrae to dance together with new friends in the light of the full moon. It's true. There's a ritual in the
Yes.
religion of Illustrae that
I
I read
think
about where
that-
everyone just goes to the woods, gets naked, and
I just
dances.
dances, yeah.
One of the generic elves here
Hmm?
say, "Oh, you know of Australia," and she shows you a little icon that she has, a little statue, mini
Oh.
statue.
Fontie's just gonna.
Oh.
Fontie's gonna like, being the confused idiot that he is just gonna lean over to Yllaxis. He's like, "I don't think it's a good idea for me to dance. The last time I danced, I lit my dad's compound on fire. It was really bad."
What?
Did they put it out?
Well, there's a reason why there's a large piece of our estate missing.
Oh, no.
Oh, that bad. Oof. I can
tried.
teach you the Half-Orc shuffle. That's not a big deal.
Is that like the truffle shuffle?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So the goal is to get everyone. I just want to have a conversation with everyone. Perhaps you can join me elsewhere, and we'll go towards Cyril as well, and kind of make sure everyone is within 10 feet of me, including Mercy.
Like ushering this group out.
Okay, so you're taking him out into the hall, right?
Yes. That's
Okay,
right.
so
That's right.
Cyril is there. He's talking with Lady Katra and her assistant. He says, "Kira, really, I think you're really a little bit overly concerned. These people were very kind, and they volunteered to help us." And Kira says, "I think something is very fishy."
I also think that something is very fishy is going on over there, King Cyril.
Really? He says, why do you say that?
Stray seems to believe that they are fiendish origins of her music.
Fiendish. And Kira says, yes, that's what I sensed. He says, oh no, I've heard this before. So many have accused my court sorceress, Serena, of being a fiend. It's not true. I've told everyone a million times. It's faulty magic. She's been so kind to me over all the years. It's not possible. She helped us escape from the Black Pharaoh himself. Without her, we'd all be dead. She wouldn't associate with fiends.
Methinks she might be manipulating everybody here.
What if she wasn't necessarily associating with fiends, but she was one?
What if it was one step worse than what you think is happening?
You can't see me on camera, but I'm doing the two finger. Well, what if she was?
What if
Are we
she
gonna do the
was
whole Scooby Doo
worse
thing where we just
than
pull off
just
the
a
mask to find Farmer Bill underneath it?
It's been the Black Pharaoh
all-
this whole time.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
Yeah.
I would have
Anyway.
got out of the way for it too if it wasn't for you stupid kids and your giant robot.
I was gonna say pesky lizard. But yes.
Yeah. Your pesky Kiff. Kiff? Where?
Out of curiosity, can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with her? When did she come to be? How did you meet her? Things like that.
Well, he says, back in the old days, and Kira says, may I, sir? And he says, yes. She says, there was a time, back in the old days when our kingdom was under attack, not by the Black Pharaoh, but by the orcs who worshipped him. And we had to hide deep in a cave. And we found an old temple, and no one could really translate what the writings on the wall could say. And this elf came out. She introduced herself as Serena, and she allowed us. She certainly, I wouldn't say charmed our good king. And he says, "Oh, please, I can't be charmed." And she says, "Well, she made a good impression, and she helped us escape. And she's been at our king's side ever since, telling him that she'd help him find a fertile ground, as she said, and then teach her ways to everyone."
There it is.
Yep.
Did she ever specify what those ways were?
Kira says, "Did you hear the prayer that she likes to repeat?"
I haven't heard it. What language
you
is
hear
it in?
chanting from the other room.
What language is it in?
It's in common.
Okay.
She says, I haven't memorized it, but she does repeat it a lot. How does it go? It goes, peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion I gain strength, through strength I gain power, through power I gain victory, through victory my chains are broken. Passion shall free me.
And if all else fails, there's always alcohol.
That. That's interesting, though.
Cyril says she's just a free spirit, really, really.
Sure, I'm sure she's a free spirit, and very, very lawful in a very specific way. Don't you think that what iconography is that from? Do you know what that's from?
I don't know. Kira says, I don't know. We certainly don't. It doesn't match any religion that we know of, but we've heard it a lot.
I've read.
Says we worship the elven gods. You know of them. Illustrally.
Of course. Of course, I've read the book many a times at this point. I've not heard anything like this. Don't you think it's somewhat interesting that your sorceress would pick a deity, or a deity would pick her as not an elf?
She claims that it's not a deity. It's simply a force. But I think it's highly suspicious, and I think, King, if we could prove that she really means ill will towards all of them, Cyril says, this is rather ridiculous. He says, I've lost my entire country, my My wife was gravely injured, and then you feel the Harvanara vibrate a little bit. She says, Serena has saved what little of us are left, and we were only enabled to escape into another very pained world. And he says, we need all the help we can get. Even if her philosophy and her prayers are a little bit funny, we need her on our side. He says, and look, she seemed to cure those people of the plague, although they do perhaps have some enchantment. I mean, she did cure them, and she brought them to our side. I really think you should leave her alone for a little while. He seems slightly miffed, but not a lot.
I can leave her alone for a little while, but can everyone promise me here that they won't spend time alone with her until I give them the okay?
Time alone? He says, well, that's rather strict, isn't it? I mean, there's people in there alone with her and her friends right now, isn't there? Are you going to break it up?
Not going to break it up, unfortunately. I think what's done is done. There's nothing I can do about it, but I don't necessarily trust it.
He makes a big sigh. He says, forgive me. I know you did rescue me after Serena imprisoned us in those crystals. She said it was the only way to escape. And you did rescue us after all was said and done. So I must, by dint of honor, I shall do as you ask, and I will go and supervise them. He says, Kira, come with me.
I just said
Wait,
don't go
she just
alone
said
with
don't
her.
do that. She literally just said the
literally,
opposite
don't
of
do
that.
the thing that you're doing.
And he says, can I take Kira with me or not?
No, if you were going to spend time with them, I would like to be supervising. How about that? Let me change that to you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just remember, kids, you need a hall pass to go out.
That's not the NPC's fault. This is my fault understanding what you were
That's
saying.
That's okay.
Yeah, no. Ah! What are you
Very
doing?
funny.
Yllaxis is like, wait, no, that's not what I wanted.
Stop. Come back.
This has gone all wrong.
This has gone off the rails faster than I expected.
Amazing.
If
Okay.
that's taken care of, I would like to have a very quick conversation with Fontiev.
Okay. Mercy is going to stick close to both of you guys, but you can totally have the conversation.
Fine. Hey, what you did today was very
Yes.
brave. Yes, you. It was
Yeah,
very brave.
I
Yeah.
I start like dusting off my shoulder and the charredness from I think the lightning bolt I recall collected that hit me. I'm like, yeah, it was quite a shocking day for me too.
You know, yesterday I yelled at you because apprehensive to put your life on the line like we the others would, but today you showed who you really are, and that really inspired me. I just wanted to let you know that.
Aw.
Is this a change in you?
Don't get used to it.
That's a very Fontiev answer.
Saw
And
that one coming.
yeah, I did too. And just wanted to let you know, I miss her a lot too.
No, she was my friend, and also I really, really had to reach really deep down to make sure that Mercy didn't fry my soul.
Thank you for that. And I put my arms around him and give him a kiss on the forehead, and that is it.
Wow. Okay.
Fontiev was just very confused, like, I don't know what just happened.
Mercy says, so you were going to teach me to dance?
Yes, would you like to have a dance? I can teach you some of the common dances they have in the capital, as well as some of the traditional elvish dances.
Yeah, sure. She says, I heard some people playing music over near the bar area.
At a different place than the temple, out of curiosity, out of character?
Yeah, that's over going to be in the in this area.
Cool. Then absolutely, let's go there.
Okay, so I think
I'll wait for everybody else to do what they need to do.
Probably the turn for maybe Maggie and Mervras to do something, or if Fontiev want to do anything, you can do that too. Okay,
Fontiev.
this cat is like out of control. She keeps trying to eat my French fries.
Your cat is really on your French
She's
fries
like
today.
It's alright. Every time our cat,
It's great.
every time I eat Cheez-Its, I have both
Oh my gosh,
animals.
both animals. They're like obsessed with Cheez-Its. Obsessed.
Like she just stuck her whole face into the French fries and just chomped. And now okay, yeah. So Marvis and Maggie should probably have time to do something if they want to.
Yes.
Was Fontiev in the middle of saying something he was gonna do?
I believe I have learned all the stuff in the book, or at least all the stuff that Charles had told me about in the whole planar detection book thingy that I've been using to learn shit.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I know all that shit now. Of the other specialty books that we have still sitting around somewhere, is there anything else that was useful that I could start reading and learning?
I think I would need to be more specific.
He wants to know if there's any other like special books that we have. I don't think we have any others.
I think they
Yeah.
would all be listed in the purse of many pockets unless you were
Yeah.
specifically carrying them yourself.
I'm looking currently.
Yeah, I feel like we have. I know it's in the list in the person many pockets.
We have planar theories, rare tomes of power, ritual of nature, which I think now Maggie has. Giant book of demon worshipping giant stuff. Scroll from Birth of the Giant with giant information. Map. Journal of Giant Experimentation Room. Machine diagrams of the airship locomotive Nolish communication device, steamboat streetlight. And then
Oh, that's right. We still have an airship that we need to go get.
You could do some airship reading.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that because I will be damned if I finish this campaign without getting my goddamn airship.
He's like, I will finally.
I have been denied this every
No,
single
that's
goddamn
fair.
campaign we have ever done. I want my airship.
You got it.
This
And I
lady
think
walks
we
out,
actually. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
and she's by the way, and she looks at Yllaxis and Fontiev. She says, "I must thank you. I was imprisoned by that evil woman. What was her name? Lady Vacanas. And I must thank you for freeing me." And she does a bow.
Oh,
Wait, I
okay,
recognize.
yeah.
I was like, I recognize the name.
The
I think,
name.
wasn't that was the fiend
One of the
who was, like
fiends.
in the room?
Yes.
When we ran by.
Yes, yeah, it was.
And you do recognize her voice too.
Yeah, you're 100%.
I mean, I'm
correct.
not there, but
We just put two and two together about that. No.
She says, "I am
Like,
very
that
pleased to
name
contribute
sounds
my magic to the cause of freedom." And she just bow and she keeps walking.
Okay. So one of the things I want to do right now is I want to pop my my angel radar.
Oh, Angel?
Yeah.
Okay. That takes like a few minutes. But yeah, you can sense
it
a
takes a
very
minute.
faint reading on Mercy and nothing else. Nothing else anywhere near.
Nothing within 5 miles.
You definitely still sense the stuff at the cathedral in the center of the town.
Yeah,
And,
I'm basically just trying to radar pulse and just figure out if there's any possibility of something coming at us right now.
Just making sure that nothing's going to come attack us at this moment.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. If there's nothing there, the next thing I want to do is I want to go sit on the floor. I want to pull out a map, and I want to.
You're gonna sit in the hallway?
I'm gonna use my my ritual to detect the nearby planar portals to see if there's anything within the base that we may have missed.
You
or
detect
anything.
the same thing that you detected last time you did this, which is that there is a faint planar portal below the base.
We haven't explored that yet, have we?
No.
No,
People did
we
not
have
think
not.
it was a priority, which is fine.
Yet, and we probably should do that now.
Yeah.
might-
okay.
that
yeah,
might-
that was.
Well, maybe not
maybe
now.
not
Maybe after
right
the
now.
after the sleep. By now, I mean
you
once we're all sleeped.
Also have
Yeah.
the rapture happening again, though.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
I
I'm
need
just.
at least 12 hours. To
yeah, I
sleep,
know
guys.
you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Marvis has already,
I
I
am-
think, powered down. You were trying to get a full 12 hours
Yeah.
currently,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
basically, I've just been keeping a map list of all the planar portals I've detected throughout our adventure, just to
Oh,
figure
okay.
out like if there's any type of like weird connection between them that either A, we can use, or B, that might be used against us.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Oh,
just kind
like
of,
if
I've kind of just
there's
been
a
caught in just jotting notes next to them
pentagram,
like things.
pentacle.
Yeah.
So Maggie and Marvis and Dromik hear Jinx
Dromik
singing a
is fine.
song in that same voice you may recognize from the Lady's Tower as she walks by and goes in here.
I have
Goes in. Oh, she's
What
going
was
this way.
Maggie's comment or question?
Go ahead, Maggie.
I have a few questions / some things I'd like to do. The first thing is, and Charles, question for you. Obviously. So I know as a player that we have encountered like Gith related things. Back when we were in the capital, there were like skulls and a bunch of things written in Gith, and
Yep.
obviously Marvis can read it. But as players, have we like determined that was
Indeed, Gith.
yeah?
Yes.
Like, do we know? I can't remember.
Only
Because-
Marvis told you.
things.
Because in this world, it's an ancient, unused language.
I had the. Well, okay. You mean back down in the dungeon we were just in yesterday?
Hmm.
Right. Is that what you mean, Elena?
No, there were that
the
one
capital?
too. That
In the
one too, but
very
also
beginning.
back in the yeah.
Yeah, I know it's GIF because I guess somebody was able to read it, but like I was
No.
told that it was a GIF shamanic mace that I had. So
You did
right.
actually speak with a bound Gith
A
spirit,
bound
though.
Gith spirit. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked with a Gith spirit who told us a little bit about
That
stuff.
was not the bound Deva. That was someone else.
no, that
no,
was
it
in the
was
wall.
it was
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 like a
the bound
puzzle.
Dave. It was like a
The bound
It-
Deva
No,
also
the Deva
like,
was a
didn't have
puzzle.
ghosts.
the Deva was a puzzle thing. I think you're right.
Yeah, it was wooden,
Yeah.
and the answer was tails.
Yes. No, this is a bound Gith.
Okay.
Different. Well, it was a statue that talked to us in Gith,
Yeah.
but then also in common.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So essentially, player knowledge is like we know that there was an ancient race called the Gith. That they have some ties to what happened in the past because we've seen them in these like places, and that's kind of all we know. Would you say that's correct?
You know that there was an ancient race in the past. You might have seen murals of their society or activities. There were a lot of scrolls, but then I don't think anybody took them and they got burned.
I think they got burned when we burnt that whole like underground area.
Yes.
Okay, so we know they existed. We're an ancient race. Okay. And then yesterday, I'm pretty sure Father Pontus, when he was talking about the like esteemed or holy races, he mentioned Gith, right? That was said in his speech. I didn't
It
make that
did.
up. Okay.
Did.
Okay. And Marvis is sleeping now. Yes. He's
Yes.
in power down mode. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
System is updating.
Yeah. He needs a
Whatever you
reset,
do,
system
don't unplug
reset.
him, otherwise we're screwed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for answering those questions. Then the first actual thing that I will do is I would like to cast Identify on the sealed scroll. I think you told me I needed to make an Arcana roll.
Yep, make an Arcana roll representing your best efforts during this time.
Find my dice. Oh man.
You can do it.
Oh, I think because the table reset, my dice are now no longer targeted. But I will try rolling.
That's
Okay.
fine. I generally
See what
trust you.
happens.
Generally.
Damn it! Hate this die. That's a 14 total.
Okay, so you're confident this is a spell,
Uh-huh.
and the spell it is, I will tell you in a second.
Oh.
It is a spell of shape change,
Ooh.
Oh.
which is one of the most balanced 9-level spells.
Shape change is pretty good.
Yes, shape change.
Okay.
It's a scroll of shape change.
So I can change that from sealed scroll to scroll of shape change?
Mhm.
Okay. Do I feel like there's something about it that I have not quite understood yet, or do I feel confident that this is that I've
This is
I've
the
made it
full
accurate?
description of the.
Yeah, like when you're reading a complicated text and it's like I don't really understand that, but I understand this other part. Is there anything like that, or I'm like, no, I think I understand like all of it.
So I know that D&D is like a game, but in this world, like this spell would be new, probably for you to hear about. So
Right. Okay.
you would be about 80% sure you understand it. You definitely probably don't understand how it works just yet. And
That makes sense.
yeah, maybe there's something special about this particular scroll. It does have like a kind of celestial sparkle to it.
Okay.
We can say it seems a little. I don't want to say bad, but it seems a little unusual in some way.
It's different.
It was sealed, so I'm suspicious.
Yeah. Okay, so it was it had a seal
Okay.
on it, so there might be.
Okay.
Going on with it.
Great. Yes, thank you. It seems a little unusual in some way. Very good. Very good. Makes sense.
Do you think it's
Okay.
a spell of underwater breathing if it has a seal on it?
But
Ha 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 ha. Actually, I think I can cast that as a ritual. Just
that's awesome.
that's not really.
That's
relevant
very
'cause
useful.
Can't breathe where there's no air. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So I did that. And then the other thing that I had mentioned on the record that I wanted to try to do is to transcribe what I can remember about the mass dispel spell.
Okay.
And like how it worked, continuing the analysis of Robert
Blackpen.
Blackpen, yes. I
Blackpen.
left my notebook somewhere else and just realized, and I don't feel like getting up to.
That's
find
okay.
it
You did
because
pretty
it's
good with
hard.
Robert and Black.
As Maggie
You
does
knew
her
there
thing,
was something else.
Jinx come back from the basement, and she's
What
saying,
about Ron Howard?
she looks really excited. She's kind of running down the hall.
Jinx
Oh
is?
God.
Yeah. And she says, Serena, as she's running over.
Is she talking? Oh, okay. She's going back in there.
Anyway, okay, so it's according to the rules of the game, if you use
There's
the
nothing
scroll
we
spell
can do
forever,
about that right now.
I think it's okay to try to break the rule, but what else? What kind of like resources are you going to put into this?
What? Are you talking
Like,
about
are you
scroll
gonna
still?
are you going to try to
Wizard
use
brain.
items or go ahead?
What can I use?
You have a sleeping barbarian you can sacrifice.
Don't look at Dromik.
He doesn't have blood, but let me just maybe if I get some of that like oil. So I
All
have.
of a sudden, lightning just crackles in the background as Maggie smiles.
So, like when casting using the scroll, would I have had my wand or anything assisting me?
You don't have a scroll going
don't
back in
know.
time, that's for sure.
No,
we
I
do
mean, like,
actually, though.
You do have the 5-minute one, but it's been 5 minutes.
It's been definitely more than 5 minutes. I don't mean
Yeah,
like
I don't want to relive the last part either.
I don't mean like bringing it back. I mean like the moment that I cast it, would I have just been using the scroll, or did I have to like also have a wand in hand? Like anything that I could try to hold some kind of magical object and ruminate on the process of trying to cast a spell. If it's not going to work, that's fine. I just figured I should ask because it seemed helpful.
Well, you have multiple wands, right?
I do have multiple wands.
Okay, so let's say that maybe when you use a wand, there's some temporary memory of that spell in it.
Right. Okay. So yes, then I will.
Especially
take
a more powerful wand.
Yes.
Not the ones that are cheap and that you have like 20 of.
I mean, I don't use those. Those are just like if we need to experiment. Okay, so I'll take out the wand that I used to cast it, which was the rod that has those those special effects, the shadowy stuff.
Need Robert's
Oh,
skull.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Good call.
Would Maggie have been smart enough to think of that, even though Elena isn't?
Really?
He did witness, and this was his life's work.
What's your question? Would Maggie know that?
Would Maggie have been smart enough to think, oh wait, maybe let me ask Kiff for Robert's
yeah, of
skull
course.
and use that? Okay. So yeah, I'd like
It's not like
to
I haven't been toting him around for 5 days on my back.
and making sure I don't it's not been 5 days. um but and plus when I cast it, Kiff was like, all right, make sure he sees it. I'll turn
I
around. So
made sure I turned around so you could see the spell happen.
yes. All right. So I am going to. I'd like to collect or borrow the skull of Robert Blackpen and the wand that I used to cast the spell, and I'm gonna kind of like meditate with those two magical objects and recall with my super wizard brain like what it felt like to cast a spell and the words and
Can I
everything.
interject for just a moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
When Maggie comes to find Kiff in the forge, she sees the Master Smith and Kiff and Bam and Click around a table, and the two wings are on the table, splayed out, and there's a piece of parchment in front of, like, in the middle of them, and there's Kiff and the Smith just like furiously scribbling, and Kiff just speaking in broken common, like, no, that has to work. It has to work. And he's like, no, it can't. And it's just them back and forth. And then Maggie comes in, and before she can even say a word, Kiff just like undoes a knot on his backpack and just hands the skull over.
And Maggie takes it and says, Kiff, do I even want to ask what it is you're working on?
And Kiff will turn and go, Bug fly? Why not Kiff fly?
Oh boy. And Maggie turns and leaves.
Okay.
Kiff turns around and goes, it definitely worked. Trust Kiff.
Fair enough. Good luck. All right. Sama.
Okay, so Maggie knows, just because she's so smart, that this guy became undead because he was so stressed and grumpy and ambitious that his spirit would not rest.
He
Yeah.
stressed himself to undeath?
To undeath, yeah.
Holy shit.
So
He's
yeah.
basically Magic Henry Kissinger.
Yeah, so
Oh God.
I'm
Incredible.
gonna feel that when she touches the skull.
So I'm gonna like place the skull down.
I just want to give you a couple more
Yes.
free facts. So
Oh.
Maggie knows that for sure, if she was able to do like animate dead or speak with dead, that he could probably help her to remove it.
Yeah.
If she has either of those spells.
I don't think either of those are ritual. Oh. Wait.
I don't have either of those, don't we?
Nope.
We did have a Speak with Dead scroll.
We
But
had a
didn't we
speak with dead
use
mirror
it?
that we accidentally used.
That's what we had. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
fine.
gone now.
We would have used it or tried using it at that
Yeah,
time anyway.
it's fine.
Let's see.
I don't think we accidentally used it. I think we on purpose used it, and it was broken.
Speak
No.
with dead is a bard or a cleric spell, so you can find any bards or clerics that probably might be able to help you.
Good call.
Oh. Okay. All right. So also, I'm trying not to like metagame too much. Would Maggie know that there's a cleric walking around?
I mean, we have
Magic
seen
cleric?
many
Maggie
bards and
knows that
clerics.
there was like an official dwarf cleric, but he got killed by the invaders.
Oh yeah.
She might have seen that Jinx kind of looks like a bard.
I'm not asking her.
she might know that that Cyril's friend Kira is a cleric.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Based on conversations.
In that case, on the way back from oh man, I can't even find the smithy. Sorry. On the way back from finding Kiff for the scroll, I'm gonna see if I can find Yllaxis because she's the holiest person that I know well. And if I run into her, mention you wouldn't happen to know of any clerics in your any acquaintances? I see you have a whole host of elves around you. I need someone who can perhaps speak with dead or
So,
mean-
do you need someone who can just speak with the dead, or do you need the dead to talk back? We have all kinds of clerics here.
Huh, good
I
question.
need to ask some questions
joke.
about a spell
good.
to really refine this good man's work.
Would
his
Mercy happen to know anything about it, considering
life work.
So-
God?
Might I point you in the direction of my good friend Kira?
Ah, I
Kira
knew you were the-
has like a permanent kind of itchy face.
oh,
she
we're gonna
says,
get
"Yep."
along great.
She says, "Why are you carrying a skull around? That's rather shady."
Well, if you would follow me, I can explain to you on the way. Unless you want to talk about it here with whoever's in the next room, possibly listening.
And Cyril smiles. He says, "It's all right. You can trust Maggie. She's a good woman." And Kira sighs. She says, "Don't go in there. There's something up with those people." And then she says, "Yes, of course, Maggie. Let's go."
Yes. By the way, Yllaxis, we should probably keep an eye on Jinx. Is what I will mumble as I pass by her. And I
agree.
think we can, yeah. And then I think we can maybe head back to the alchemical workshop, just because that seems like a nice little
It's a quiet spot.
space. Yeah.
Well, we were going to the bar.
Oh yes, that's true too.
Well, I need to perhaps speak with this. I'll meet you.
Oh,
later.
you! I thought you were
Yes.
inviting me. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm
Oh.
sorry. I need a cleric.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I'm not. doing that. Got it. Yeah,
Excuse,
that's fine.
excuse
But
me.
But I
wow.
knew you would know who to point to. And as we're
Damn.
walking down the hall, I'm explaining to Kira. Well, this man here was working on creating a spell that I think will be very useful to dispel all these weird things that are going on. And he was just so focused on his work that even after he died, he stayed. I tried using the scroll for his spell, and I think he'd probably like to talk about how we can improve it a little bit more. So if you wouldn't mind bridging that gap of understanding, then
She
I
says,
can
"What
ask you
spell
some
is it?"
questions. It was mass dispel.
Interesting. She says, "I've long suspected that my king's associate Serena has been disguising herself with magic. Do you think
Well,
if I help you to learn this, is it possible you could try it out on her and try to reveal her schemes?"
Maggie just smiles very coy, kind of. I am an expert in disguises and revealing things. I think this could be arranged. And if there are any other fiends with a mass dispel, we could expose them all at once.
Sounds good, she says. I think we should do it earlier rather than later before they cause some sort of infection
Agreed.
or portal.
Very much agreed. So if you wouldn't mind helping me talk to this deceased man right now, that would be
Of course.
that would be
Put
fantastic.
him on the table there.
Okay. So I'll put the oh, sorry. I tried moving me at the same time. Yeah, skulls on the table.
She says, the fighting that egg with all those monsters came out of it did take a lot out of me, but I have this one spell slot. So you cast Speak with Dead. And
Oh god.
That is a
That's-
he kind of
skull.
speaks before you ask a question. He says you
Alas,
did not,
poor York.
he says you did not follow the deal as agreed.
What are you talking about? I very clearly announced that this spell was brought to the general public by Sir Robert Penn. Oh shit, Black Pen.
Black
I
Pen,
meant
you
No.
nincompoop.
I said Black Pen, and Kiff made sure that your skull was viewing the whole thing. I said it in a whole crowd of people, cast it on a whole crowd of magic users, and I mean, you were there. I think you know. Otherwise, you would have been haunting me already. I
Says
did
you were
not break
supposed
the
to
deal at
deliver
all.
it to the academy.
Whoa, Skull. You're
in
not
a
you when you're hungry.
comprehensive
Eat a Snickers.
lecture.
That is not true. We agreed on a public place. You said you preferred the academy, but you were deceased, so perhaps you don't know. There's a lot going on. If you would be so kind as to maybe we can talk about how we can workshop the spell, then I would be happy to present it to the academy. as you know, it worked to some extent, but I think clearly you're still with us. You're very focused on perfecting this. I think that there's some more that we can do to make sure that the version we show to the academy is the best, really the best that we can show them. And I will credit you for everything, of course.
He says properly this time, at the academy with everyone in attendance, or I will haunt you for 1,000,000 years. And he kind of cackles a little bit.
Well, it's a bit strange to say everyone in attendance because you'd have to define very specifically everyone. But anyway, I can cast the spell in front of the academy or at the wizarding school, I suppose is what you mean. The name may have changed. And perhaps even Saint Terene, if we can find her, she can witness it. I'm sure that would be great, right? She's a very esteemed woman. You'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
He grumbles, but he agrees, and according to the rules of Speak with Dead, you can't talk that much, but
Yeah,
he does
I know.
tell you enough to help you remember how it
Okay.
went.
Yeah.
But you'll still need to spend time copying into yourself.
Yep, that's fine. And I have the quill of speedy writing to help me speed up that process. But yeah,
Yes.
I know it's going to take a long time. So, just how long does it take?
There's an official rule for this. I'm going to use
I
it.
think it
In
is
an estimate
like
of
2 hours
hours.
per.
Like an hour per spell level, right?
I think it's 2 hours per spell level, if I remember correctly, and then the quill would have that.
Right.
Okay. Then as I'm doing that, I also want to use that wand that I can create another one of myself
Wait,
for an
it actually
hour.
it costs money too, according to the rules.
So
Each
according
level-
to the rules,
so it's going to take according to this, it takes 10 hours and costs 250 money for special components.
so yeah, we had discussed quite a while ago. I think you'd said you were going to do away with the money component for copying spells. If you
Okay,
want to
sure.
change your
It doesn't
mind, that's
matter
fine.
that much.
But because I remember I copied
this
like
is a
an
totally
entire
unique.
book of 1 to 3.
Yeah, this is a
Third
totally
level.
unique spell. So let's say, do you think 50 would be a fair charge? I
For
think it would be
gold?
fair. Yeah,
Yep,
for special
that's fine.
components.
I just wanted to like confirm what the rules, if it changes or whatever moving
Yeah,
forward. Okay,
and
so I
Ned just says, if you guys need more equipment, there's some traders in the market who might be able to help you. She says, I think there was a gnome who arrived while you were at this one.
love
A
it.
trader.
Very good to know. All right, so I've deducted 50 gold, and then with the quill, that should be reduced to 5 hours. And then if I have the other me helping that works simultaneously, that takes 1 hour off.
Yeah, you did actually save the clone for now.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, so that would I would need 4 hours.
Okay, good.
So I'm starting that. I don't know how long I can do that for.
Have I learned anything
bother
about
me
airships
tonight.
so far from the book?
It's you've read some diagrams. It says that they need a very strong power source. It says that early experiments involving some of the soul stones created by the Gith. Wait, do you speak Giant?
Yes.
You do. Okay, I didn't know that. Early experiments involving some of the soul stones used by the Gith were promising, but they needed a lot more power to support an airship of any size for more than one passenger. And they thought there was one in the ancient Gith city that is beneath the ocean.
It
Other
doesn't
than
give
that-
does it give it any indication where the underwater city would be?
Exactly, it does. It says that it is. Nope, not this map. Where's it? Okay, I need like another map. But like, okay, here we go.
Oh, okay, you're over here.
So the map shows that there is supposed to be a giant city here, which is a desert,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's not there. And it says there's supposed to be a giant city up north, but it's not there. And it says that the gift city is underwater about several miles to the southwest of this point here.
So it's just off the coast of Codwake.
So, well, not wouldn't say just off the coast, but like just out of sight of the coast. Of Codwake.
Is there any of the dwarves here that are good with engineering, or I mean, outside of Marsha, is there anyone here that would be able to point me in the possible direction of any type of the soul stones that might not be at the underground water thing?
So you can start asking around.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just assume you've asked everyone.
Yeah. For brevity's sake, yeah, let's just do that.
The Mastersmith Kaylee says that this would require some very both strong and light metals, and she'd have to work really hard to find those to build such a thing. She says about the stones and binding spirits, she doesn't know much about that.
I mentioned her like, what if I told you I know where a completed ship is?
She said, well, you don't need a power source. She
And
says, I think. Go ahead.
And if we only needed a power source, would you be able to find one, or would you be able to craft one?
She says such a thing. I'm not sure. She says, I know that Lady Vacanus, before you guys killed her, of course, she relied on some very powerful fire elementals to power some of the School of Wizardry's automated traps and baths and other systems. So that could be a possibility if you have a very powerful wizard who's good at planar binding.
I'm not entirely sure I feel comfortable with enslaving a fire elemental to do our bidding to quite literally be a battery. I feel like that would bite us in the ass very quickly.
Oh, it would 100%.
So you hear someone saunter in, and she says, oh, did I hear someone say enslave? And she smiles.
Ah, Carlos. Nothing. Nothing about who is this person?
This person, Serena, she looks like an elf. I'm gonna say she has blonde hair.
She wasn't
If
part
I'm
of
not
the fanatics, was she, or did you just copy
If
and
I'm
paste
not
from that?
mistaken, Serena has been talked to by Yllaxis in Elven and does not understand Elven. Is that the person I'm thinking of, Yllaxis?
That is correct.
One of them.
Let's
There's
assume that Yllaxis is with me, so this way.
I mean, I said I was going to the bar with Mercy, but tell me.
If you want to go look for her,
Yeah.
you can do that. Are you just gonna run away screaming?
Yllaxis!
Yllaxis!
Come back! Come back! Come back!
So popular today.
It's like running after each other, like, hey, I need you for this thing and you for that thing.
I'm just like, Yllaxis! Run out the room, run back in, grab Kiff. Yllaxis!
Yes. What is it?
That's
fire.
So I'm going to casually just like tell her that I was researching the airship stuff, and that Serena person showed up, and she wants to help us enslave a fire elemental, which I think is kind of shady.
So then I say to him, "Did you try to dance again? Is that what happened?"
No, not this time. I swear.
This is real. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty shady. I'm not terribly interested in that. My goddess is the goddess of freedom, so that's not something I'm terribly interested in.
Would you mind coming with me back over to our Master Smith, because I kind of left her alone with the said crazy person?
Oh, yeah, sure. Mercy, why don't you hang tight with me for a bit?
Okay.
And we
then
walk over it.
Yeah, and I run back here. Master Smith! Master Smith!
Serena just laughs when you get back, and she's casually chatting with Kaylee, and she says, really, I don't bite.
Sean, I don't know where your piece is, so I have no idea.
It's okay, we don't have to move over there. So you said something about binding Serena, a fire elemental to this plane to up an airship. Is that what you said?
She says, well, so before your little friend ran off screaming for his mother, I was about to try to help him by
No. I wasn't screaming for my mother. I was screaming for Yllaxis. There's a very distinct difference.
I'm sorry, she says, you were screaming so loud it kind of hurt my ears and I couldn't hear clearly. So before he ran off, I was about to explain that the way that I saved King Cyril and his royal court from certain death at the hands of the Black Pharaoh, the unbeatable god, I saved them by binding their souls into a soul stone. I can do the same. They can be very useful as power sources.
I see. I kind of
So-
I shoot Yllaxis a look like, is this legit or should we be terrified?
So you want to take souls into a soul gem and bind it there. Doesn't that seem a bit? Oh, I don't
Yes,
know.
use their life energy as fuel for whatever you desire.
That sounds pretty. I don't know. Archaic and horrible.
As well, if that's what you think of technology and progress and artifice, then that's perfect. That's certainly your right to have that opinion. I'm merely offering options.
Is there any other existing soul stones that we can get our hands on that isn't underwater? Because I'm not even sure how the hell we would get down there.
Actually, back when sorry, but
That's
back
o-
when we
that's-
were in
that's
Codwig,
okay.
someone told us about a way to go down. They found something interesting somewhere between Codwig and the capital underwater, and they're like, we have this
No.
thing
No.
that goes down, and I was like, we don't have time for that.
Oh, right. There was the
Yeah.
submarine shit.
Yeah.
It was
The fishermen people.
Yeah.
But
Well, it wasn't
thought you were gonna
exactly like a submarine. It was like I think it was part submarine and part they were
It was a diving
we're
chamber.
getting
Yeah.
Yes, so a submarine. Okay, you're right. Anyway,
Jeff, would you like to offer
it's
input
not
on this?
the Demogorgon's place. Not that.
So does this? Can I assume that Maggie has now joined this conversation?
Yeah, I haven't. That
Yeah.
was more like a.
I think that was like an aside.
player.
character. Yeah.
Yeah. Player.
A lot of things have happened since then. If your characters would
Yes.
remember, great. If not, that's I
They
leave that to
probably
you.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Different person then.
Okay, but just to be clear, Serena would hear you talking about the underwater thing, right?
I'm going to be whispering to Yllaxis about this.
Okay, about the underwater thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have not told her
Really
specifically
those-
about the underwater thing yet.
Ugh.
I've intentionally been holding that back just because I don't quite trust this person.
Don't either. Okay. Well, thank you for the offer, Serena. If your services are needed, we will seek you out.
She says, "I'm sorry. I heard from Cyril that through the grapevine. The news travels fast around here. That
The
Maggie seemed to have
proverbial
gone
grape.
to some dimension where there was no air. Is that true?"
That's what she says.
She says, "Well, there could be a power source there, or if you do find some way to deal with the lack of air, maybe that could be equally used both for that other dimension and for going underwater."
No,
Just a thought.
it's a very good thought.
She says, and she leans in towards Yllaxis. And she says, if you do find any souls that seem like they could be used with a good binding, let me know. I'd be happy to set that up for you.
I assume she puts her hand on me a little bit, and I
She
take
probably
it off.
gently touches your shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, I take it off very politely off my shoulder, and I say, "I'll let you know."
Okay, her hand feels very soft and warm. It doesn't seem like different from, it doesn't seem like it could be an optical illusion.
It's like skin. It's like
It
regular
seems
skin.
It's like a type of skin. Yeah.
It's like special soft skin.
Right.
And warm, warmer than a regular.
Yeah, like a body
Hand.
temperature of 110 or something.
Okay.
She's hot.
Oh,
Literally. Love it.
Okay, should we take a break since it's 9:20?
That would be lovely, taking a moment's break. There's only a few people watching, but we will be back shortly. If you have any questions about the campaign, feel free to ask us. I'm gonna put us on Be Right Back, and if we get any questions, I will hop back.
Okay, so
And-
Kiff is doing something,
Sorry.
right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Kiff
Kiff, go.
was with
Before all these screaming people went in and out of his workroom.
indeed. Kiff was furiously debating with Master Smith Handle, and Click and Bam were there helping him try to kind of figure things out. And Kiff scrolled on a large piece of parchment this diagram. It is in roleplay.
Okay, I like it.
So yeah, basically, like I'm thinking like the wings of the Corruptor, if it's like really chitinous,
Yeah, it
they're
can fold in and
hollow.
out. Yep.
Yeah, they're hollow, like the bone type parts. So you put ropes through there, and I'm trying to think of an example, but they have those like toys and stuff. It was all the little like pipes in the string, and when you pulled them taut, they would go straight. I
Yeah.
gotta yeah.
Do you mean like the butterfly women that you would have to pull like a zip tie and they would flutter up in the air, and the wings were like out straight like this, like they were T-posing?
Yeah, kind of
Yes.
sort of, yeah. But
No, I know
when you let
exactly
go
what
of the ropes, because they're slack on the ropes, they fold back in.
Oh. No, I think that's the opposite, Matt.
Hold on.
That's the opposite. They're pulled taut until you push down on them. On the bottom, on the base. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm trying to find an example of it.
I think you're thinking the up.
Either way, regardless.
Like
So-
the tension of the string holds them upright.
Yeah. So when it's slack, there's no tension on the rope, so the springs pull the wings back inward, so they fold up. And then when you pull on the ropes, it pulls on the string, which causes them to fold out, and then you got little wings. Yeah.
And that happens. These wings will they will give you a feather fall for as long as you have them on your back.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I take it, I'd have to like pull them. Like I'd have to activate.
You
them
definitely have to have
somewhere.
at least one hand free. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're just
you could
pulling
use
on it like it's a
one.
leaf blower. You can't quite get them to turn on.
in a
Oh my
couple of
God.
levels, when Altair can turn into a Pegasus, I want to drop you from as high as possible, and then we like just
Test it out.
deploy
Test it
you.
out.
Just to
Whee!
test it out. So
We have
I'm
our
thinking of.
paratrooping.
I don't know
This
if
is
Elena
gonna
ever
turn
had
into
one of
the episode of
these.
South Park where Cartman thinks he can fly and just
Well-
falls off the roof.
So Elena, when you were like a little kid, did you ever have one of those things where like they were like they were like a T-posing fairy, and when you stuck them on a base and you'd pull like a string out of the base, it would spin them around
Yes.
really fast.
They
They
would
would like
go up in
like
the
they would like
air.
flutter. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of
Yeah.
that, but Kiff, just like spinning rapidly as he's falling.
Is there a spell for that to make him spin really fast and throw him up?
I don't know. Probably.
I
There's
think
a
it's the
spell
Ring
for
Around the
that.
Rosie spell.
There's a spell for
There's a
that.
spell for that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you got that reference. I want to do one thing before we go to bed. It's a very simple thing.
Yep. What's it gonna be?
I've been holding on to this item for so long. I want to give Shan the bumblebee thing. The pretty bumblebee hair clip. It's very pretty. So she might like it.
Ooh.
She's probably gonna
She's-
be hanging out in the conference room over here.
That's okay. Well, yeah, are we going to the conference room?
You don't have to. I'm just saying that's probably where you'd see
Yeah, that's
her
fine.
Going in.
Yeah, I will
Oh,
do that.
You're supposed to talk to these people.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
mean-
supposed to.
I think we kind of planned that we were going to meet there at some point,
They're
but
just kinda hanging out there.
I mean that just kills two birds with one stone for me. That's all I wanted to do was give her the bumblebee hair clip.
The Bumblebee Hair Club. Okay.
because it wasn't technically. It was really pretty. We looked for
Was very
magic on
pretty.
it. Looked for magic on it. I don't think there was magic on it, but it was very pretty.
She blinks. She says, "For me?"
Yes.
She says, "This is a fine gift," and she puts it on her head, which is she said,
A little clipped
having
on her
trouble. She's like,
scale.
"I don't have hair, so I'm not sure how hair clips
You
work."
can clip them on a scale. As a wait, does she have a robe of some type?
Yeah, she has like a hoodie robe.
I'm just gonna say, may I? And I'm gonna clip the thing like a brooch on her
So
on
she,
her jacket.
She looks a little nervous and shy. She says, "Thank you." She says, "I wish I still had eggs."
Oh,
She sounds a little sad.
oh, and I'm just gonna tell her, it's okay. I appreciate what
Lady
you've done.
Catcher, meanwhile, is kind of giving you a look.
Whoops! Oh, she did backflip. That was some sick moves, buddy. Anyway, I'm just gonna kind of nod to her. And you said Lady Catra's kind of giving me a look, angry look.
Not angry, just kind of like a supervising look.
Oh, well, it's fine. I'm a grown lizard. That was it.
Rogue stealing the hearts of lizard folk ladies.
Yeah, I gave her a brooch.
So,
That
Shan
was it.
says, "Dromik, can we talk in private sometime?"
I'll speak
She
back
whispers.
in lizard folk or in draconic.
Draconic, yeah.
I'll say in whatever that language is. I'll say yes, of course we may. Let me know when and where, and I will be there.
Okay, so you only wanted to talk to her, right?
Oh yeah,
You
I
want
just
to-
that was all. No, I was just here to give her the brooch. That was literally the one thing I want to do before I talk to all these people.
Okay, then chill. She's gonna take your hand. She
Ooh,
says, "Come with me."
fancy. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I'll make the announcement that like we are planning to come back here and discuss what has happened. Do not think we've forgotten about you.
And Lady Katra says, "Shan, don't be out too long. I'll need you in a few an hour."
I'm just gonna say that like, whoa, I'm gonna fall on this golden horse.
Altair, I don't know what Altair's doing there, but he's
There's
just
like
hanging
4 Altiers on this map. Don't worry about it.
There's tons.
they're all over the place. But anyway, I'm just gonna say to I'm gonna say to Lady Katra, do not worry. We're not going anywhere far. And like I said, we will be back to discuss what has happened. And I will follow her, or we'll go with her.
Okay, so she says she's going to lead Dromik away. She says, "Come this way. I know a beautiful place where we can talk."
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh dear.
I'm scared. I'm scared because
Is
I'm
Dromik
alone.
scared or just the player?
No,
Me,
just
I'm
the player.
scared.
Just the player is scared. We'll be fine though. She's actually been
She
pretty
says-
chill.
Come this way.
Where? Oh, is this
Into a
all the
terrace.
way down?
She starts going down this way.
I am going to question and say we do need to get back soon.
She says, "Yes, I do need to return to my supervisor." She says, "Well, let's just sit by the river here. It's nice here, isn't it?"
Yes, this is the bridge to go towards the Underdark, correct?
Yes, that way leads down.
And we never saw Dromik again.
No, I'm wondering like, oh, what else is down there? Could you describe it to me? Have you seen down there?
There's a very beautiful cave with many shiny stones. She said, "Many shiny pointy stones." But if you don't feel comfortable with it, here's fine.
Dromik, just remember,
I want
if a
to.
stranger offers you very pretty stones, if you go into the darkness, walk away.
Well, I want to insight check it, at the very least.
Okay.
Just like, up. I totally trust her. I rolled a 2.
It's up to it's up to the player's judgment. I don't want to give people the wrong information.
No, that's fine. I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna turn to her and say, I'm only hesitant because I know that we have a job to do. As much as I do want to discuss with you and whatnot, have a discourse with you, if you will. I know that my friends need me, and
Okay.
that is important.
That's
to me.
fine. She says, "I don't want to force you. I'm not here to pressure you."
Hmm.
So you kind of she says sits there by the
Yeah, we do a little
quiet
sit.
dark stream, And she says, Dromik, I didn't have much hope, but when I heard and saw all the great things you've done, I thought that maybe we could make good eggs. And because you're magic, she says, you have magic, and I don't, and maybe you could fix me.
I'm going to nod and say, not worry, I feel that there is magic in all lizard folk. You may someday find that you also have magic. Maybe different than mine, but it is
You're
there,
a lizard
I'm
wizard,
sure.
Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. It's one
You're a
letter
lizard
off.
wizard.
It's one letter off. But
When you say, I believe all lizard folk have magic, you just see Bam the Kobold just like up in the air going, wee!
And so Shan stands up. She kind of like pulls back her cloak, and she shows she has a scar on her torso area. She says, they cut out all my egg part. But could you fix me some? Is there some spell? Or maybe you could teach me. And she looks very hopeful and also a little sad.
Could I pop a little medicine on this? To just see, like, what I might need to do for that?
Okay, sure.
I am pretty good at medicine.
I'm really hoping you roll a 1 right now, so all you think is giant band-aid.
No, I did pretty well. That's an unnatural 20.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I rolled a 12, and I have a +8.
Yeah, it looks like somebody just surgically removed her ovaries. You're pretty sure that's what.
Yeah.
Cruel.
So,
Very.
do you want me to tell you like how Dromik would know to fix it?
Yeah, like a what I think would be best to fix it. Yes. Yes, please. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. So to fix it, you would need to cast the spell Regenerate, in addition to having a somewhat risky surgery.
Okay. All right. That's I'm gonna be straight with her and say it can be done. Blah. Though there are complications. It could possibly be risky, and I don't want to fool you into thinking it would be an easy thing to do.
She says, "Well, I'm not sure if Lady Catra will agree, but I would be very grateful if you could help." She said, "I would like to make egg."
I would as well, and I'm going to say that let me discuss with my friends on the best way to do this, possibly quickly and quietly, so Lady Catra does not need to be involved.
Okay, that sounds good. So
Yeah.
let's go back.
Indeed. Now, I'm assuming everyone's going to be here now.
I just have to say, every Saturday morning when I make breakfast, that's like the exact phrasing I use. I'm going to make egg.
This is, I mean, it's not too far off from how Matt and I make breakfast on Saturday. Anyway.
You see this crowd of people kind of coming down the hall.
Ooh.
And they're saying it's just down the stairs. Not far.
Ah!
So they don't break down the wall.
It's okay.
They're kind of going over this way.
Oh god. Can I like insight check that? I don't know. I'd be looking for. Actually, I do
you
kind
would
of.
recall that Fontiev told you there was some kind of portal underground. I don't know if I assume he told you.
Yeah.
Fontiev has mentioned that multiple times.
I have a literal map of all the portals that we've come across so far.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that is the case.
You there and was like, "Hey, crystals."
Yeah, there's fancy crystals down here. Yeah, exactly. I kind of had a feeling that's what's going on. Is everyone coming to this meeting or what?
You don't have to have. I just put the figures there in case you want to talk to them. You definitely don't have to talk to them.
Well, if people don't want to say anything, I will go in and be like, they're going to the portal.
The only thing I would ask is, do you guys want to do your sleep at this point, or like, do you want to do this more stuff now?
I would like to notify people as to what's going on, but maybe not act on it as of yet. Just like, hey, this is happening.
I mean, I think the issue is like we need to sleep or we can't really do
I
anything
agree.
except for talk. But also, like the
I
fact
mean-
that they're walking there right now is like that's
I mean, you can't
Not
do anything.
great.
You can't
Quick
do
question.
anything.
I have
Dromik
one
because I'm
first
realizing
level
this
spell.
right now.
What?
Just quick question because I'm realizing this now. Did anyone ever put on the plate armor?
No, that's why
No,
it's
we
looking
haven't
for so
had
many
time.
pockets.
Oh,
We haven't had the ability to.
Also, I'll
Sean,
never wear
Sean,
plate.
what-
so.
Yeah.
Sean, would you like to put on plate armor? That's +1.
He has magic plate armor.
Oh,
You're talking about the plate armor from that we
Yeah,
took from
I
Marcus.
think
Yeah.
that plate
Yeah.
armor is.
It's in the
No,
bag of holding.
it's yeah. We should rifle through that and see what we got. But that plate armor, I don't think is usable for anyone in our group as of right now.
well, okay. I'm going to propose this just because it's one we
I
kind
don't
of
know,
need
can
to
Marvis
put something
use
on
it?
Mercy.
fair.
Unless Marvis can use it, we
What?
could try to put it on Mercy.
What?
What?
Can you use
we have
plate
the-
armor?
I
Can,
believe so.
but
Should
is
you
that
use
better
plate
for
armor?
you?
Yeah.
Wait, but he's a barbarian.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
asking. Yeah.
So what-
As
should
far as I
he-
know, that's only going to affect his DC because of unarmored defense. But if it's better than his unarmored, then he might as well put it on.
What's your AC, Marvis?
17 right now.
Oh,
Seven.
put the plate
Barbarians
armor on,
can't
bro.
use plate armor by the rules, but
They
can use
can't.
half plate.
That's
If
okay.
you wanted to craft it into half plate,
Yeah.
you could do that.
That's what I was wondering. I didn't know if they could use full or half plate. I wasn't 100% sure.
If you wanted
Okay.
to, if Marvis or somebody wanted to spend some time,
And that
crafting
was
that,
exactly why it was useless for everyone in our group. Because I can't wear unnatural things. I can't
Mm.
wear metal.
Well, the secondary question I was going to ask is, could we potentially give it to Mercy to equip?
Can she?
We
wear
could.
it, Is the
Yeah.
question.
Is she strong enough?
Yeah.
Well, that's the question I'm proposing right now because she could probably use some kind of defense right now.
Is there a,
Yllaxis, you're dancing with her. Figure out her her strength and
strengths.
dex
Athleticism.
stats.
Yeah, her strengths and weaknesses.
and dex and stuff.
and dex. All that.
Maggie says, "Get handsy."
there's a what's the minimum strength requirement on full plate?
14.
14 is it? 15.
14.
It's higher than the average bear. But I don't think rangers can use it. Fighters can, but
You can.
it's too big for Kiff. Marvis
It's too big
can't.
for Kiff, right?
Well, it's human sized. Yeah,
Oh.
it was Marcus sized. I can't wear anything made out of metal. It's
I
kind
can't
of
wear armor.
Well,
Right,
no,
you
no,
can't
no,
wear
no, no, no,
armor.
no. Pause for a second. It's
What?
magic plate mail armor. It's going to resize to whoever
Is
it attunes
it
to.
magic?
Yeah, it's plus one plate mail.
it
It's
needs
Oh,
+1,
'cause it's
therefore
+1?
magic.
I get a better AC out of my
with studded
with
leather.
my dex.
Yeah, studded leather with
Oh, wow.
dex. Yeah.
That's
I was about to say
19?
you're-
Nice.
Oh, 19? Oh no.
Plate
That's-
plus
Yeah,
one.
plate plus 1 is
Yeah,
19.
but that's my point. Because it will magically readjust to whoever the size of the creature is, because that's how magic items work. Because it is +1. It is technically magic
is
items.
that
That's
one-
fair to say.
is
That's fair to
that-
say.
I've got
required
disadvantage
attunement.
on certain things though, right?
On stealth.
Disadvantage
I
on
think.
stealth.
Oh,
Yes.
just stealth?
Yep. That's
Could be like
That's-
me.
yes, that's really all it is
Clonk,
just
clonk.
disadvantage on stealth. You're just really
Clonk.
clunker. You just bang around a lot is essentially what it is.
I mean, that's not the worst thing.
Think about it. I mean, it's magic plate armor. Do you have magic item spot?
Oh, I might be.
Or do you have 3 magic
fully
items?
attuned.
Well,
'Cause
does
I
it
have
need
2.
attunement if it's just?
If it's just +1, I don't know. Well, technically,
Yeah,
my
I-
sword is +1 and it needed attunement. The Drake Fang. Oh no,
I
I,
think
guess
so.
I also have
Actually,
the.
no.
I have pocket
my,
sand.
Most of my special items have been self-crafted. I think the only I have 2. I have the boots of running and the quiver of lightning.
Well, so you could have 3.
Yeah, so you have one slot open.
Yeah.
Well, then you should use it if you want
And
to.
to be fair,
If you
you have
want
been,
to.
your body has been used as a chew toy quite a bit this campaign.
You are a fighter too. Fighters are very capable of wearing.
Yeah, that's my point.
Indeed.
Are you kidding me right now, Kat?
I'll have to
Small,
take
so the relative clanking would be less, right?
I'll have to.
Well, here's the thing: we're always making a group
It'd be
stealth
more
check
like a
anyway,
clink,
so it doesn't
clink
matter.
instead of a clink, clink.
Right, it's a clinking, not a clanking.
we're always making a group stealth check anyway, so it's not like it really matters.
As long as I can take the mangler fangs off of my studded leather and
Oh, right,
put them
yeah,
on
you
my
want-
plate,
It probably will do nothing, but it will look cool.
I don't care. I just want to
Yeah.
cast
It would look very cool.
I'm currently wearing the studded armor with the mangler fangs. I'm wearing the head of the Varnsker as a helmet, and now I
Yes.
have a corruptor wing backpack.
Right, you keep
This-
the.
that
You
sounds
have a
really bad.
backpack?
I look
Right, yeah,
like
you love
He's
taking little
Batman.
trophies.
I'm like
Yes,
literally.
Batman.
It's like a Cubone Pokemon.
Bone.
Actually,
Yes, thank you.
Kiff's actual what's it called portrait that I
Portrait?
got a lot of the ideas.
Has a little
from
bone
Kiff from.
hat.
Does have a little bone, bone hat.
Yeah.
He does look kind of like Lizard Cubone.
The Dromik that I have on the map has a little bone hat. He doesn't have a little bone hat in real life. The Dromik the Dromik picture that I took is a LizardFolk. What's that? Bearded dragon.
You know what? Sure, I'll take the full plate. I'll spend the time later to put the little.
We probably
fangs
have the
on.
time now for resting. Just saying.
All right.
That's true. Yeah, I will do that.
Okay,
Unless
additionally-
Mercy needs it more.
Well, if you no, your studded leather's small.
Can she wear armor? I'll ask her that.
Yeah, provided Mercy doesn't. Provided, yeah, if Mercy doesn't need it, I'll take it. If Mercy needs it, she needs it more than I do.
She
Sure.
says, "I'll take it for now."
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
She says, "I
My
want to fight. I want to join your cause."
Okay. So that's
Okay.
that settled that. I had two other questions because this is also labeled in the Purse of Many Pockets. Within the book on airships, there's also a note about Nullish communication device.
Yes,
Can-
that was
yeah.
part of the notes.
Yeah, can I look into that to see what it is, what is required, and how large said device would be? And if it's mobile?
So Maggie and Varro have messed with this thing.
Yes.
It's about like it's about the size of like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
Wait, what
If
is this?
If
Sorry.
I'm not
The
mistaken,
Nolish.
Varro still has it.
I thought that it was in the purse. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's
I
listed
feel
in
like
the
keeping it
purse
in
as
the
part of
purse
the book.
Might be
It was either well, no, we're not talking about the schematics or whatever of it.
the
Varro
actual device.
Literally had one and sent it to his sister in Codwick, and then got it back. And I think I may have given it to.
You gave me
Either
the
Maggie
planar
or-
communication
That's
device.
it.
I don't.
That's
That's
it.
it.
The
Oh,
plane.
okay.
Here's the
is
thing:
what
it's
you're
it's
thinking of.
it's a machine diagram of the communication device. Would we theoretically be able to build one to call Codwig?
Maybe.
Because if
We'll
there
try.
if there's
Nobody
if there's
seems
one
to have
that's
yet figured out how this one works exactly, but it could be a research project. That you could try.
okay, that's the first thing. And then there's also another document in there with the diagram of Winnie's astronomical observations. I don't believe we've actually investigated that yet.
I did show people what her diagrams look like. I could show people again, if you like.
Yeah, I'm kind of going just through our supply of random shit here just to give myself something to do.
Okay.
On top of the fact, I'm just trying to just go through anything that we have here, like the giant air experimentation room, just because I'm curious to see if there's anything interesting written in there.
Charles, if it is a picture, can we put
I'm
it
looking for the
somewhere
picture.
in
Yep,
the
I'm
wiki?
looking for it.
'Cause- okay,
I'm looking for it right now.
yeah, just because I'm looking through. I know we have like the list of correspondence between Alvin Redbeard and Winnie.
Yeah, I don't think I
Cumulus.
saved the picture. I think I drew it in TTS, but I'll draw it in Paint so that it's there for reference.
Thanks.
Yeah, because like according to this, we've had like only the last year was read for the giant experimentation book, so we need to read that other second year.
Yeah.
So 'cause, like, I'm curious to
found
see.
I found it. Okay.
Fontiev is trying to arm himself with knowledge.
So the astronomical diagram is here. Those like symbols, it just means that it's written in giant.
Okay.
Did
So
you
I
post
think
it on
enough
chat?
people. Yep, I posted it in there in the chat. I think enough people know giant that they could read that.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Fontiev
I
knows
can read
giant.
that.
Also,
But
who
who
has
has
wingdings?
She says she's noticed a strange behavior in the phases of the moon. She says normally, typically at the end of the exact point between summer and fall, the moon becomes more oval shaped, and then it has a strange pointy crimp shape to it before becoming circular again. I wonder what could cause that.
So it's literally just a document on the phases of the moon.
Yep, and she says elsewhere in the files in her correspondence, she says that she's going to build a machine that can go very high into the air, so she can get a much better view, and that's that she describes in the last letter.
Does
And the
it
machine-
make any indication of an airship, perhaps?
It looks more like some kind of rocket.
I'm
Rocket
sorry,
ship is
a
good too.
rocket?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
What is her name? Smartimus?
Who is this, Smartimus?
The Diary and Tellings of Smartimus, PhD. Oh, it's just covered in just like alcohol and wine.
Yeah.
Buckle up, boys and girls. It is
Spelljammer.
Spelljammer time.
Oh.
Okay.
And after that, there's some correspondence that says that when he was arrested for heretical beliefs and teachings, and intended to build an evil machine.
Is there anything in there that would indicate where Winnie would be at this point in time?
It just says that she was arrested, and she was probably taken to the prison at Iron Peak Mountain.
Iron Peak Mountain. I'm gonna pull open a map. I'm just kind of curious to see if we have that marked anywhere.
We do.
Is that on our normal map, or is
It's actually off. Like it's.
It was on
On
a
this
one
map,
of the
it's-
maps. Hold on.
Yeah, on this map, it's like here. Actually, wait a second. No. The maps. Okay, you know what? The maps are written by humans, and they're fallible. They're not perfect. So, but again, I'm gonna revise that a little bit. So, Iron Peak. I'm gonna call it here.
Okay.
And I'll revise that map and I'll add that to it. I'm gonna do that now.
So
you.
theoretically, I mean, it would still be quite the journey to get there, but we could potentially
got it,
try
I
to
got it.
find Winnie.
Here's the updated map. It's here.
So after
If you get an airship, it wouldn't take very long, and then you could
Yeah, I
find Winnie
know.
and ask
Yeah,
questions about
yes.
airships.
So what I'm thinking, I mean, I think that you've got the right idea, Fontiev. I think that we say finish up this BS in the in here, and then we figure out how to get that airship so we can start really going places.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. We have to go all the way back to Codwake, which case, if you have Tree Stride, this will shorten the war by 10 years.
I'll tell you what, I'll take Tree Stride. I'll take Tree Stride after we've taken a long rest, after we've finished the Rapture, after we've stopped the Rapture here.
Yeah,
I would
that's
be,
just
I
my
would
point.
be
Like
mo-
if we
yes, I would be more than happy
it
to take
requires
that.
us going back to Codwake, and we have to figure out how to get to the underwater city to retrieve said thing.
I would
And
be
then
more
we have
than
to go
happy to do that.
all the way back to wherever the hell the airship was, which if I remember correctly, I left the roof open intentionally so we could find
Yes,
it
we
easier.
did. I was going to say that earlier
It
that we definitely
was,
left the
I
roof
think,
open.
around here, the ruins of Stonewall.
Gosh, I gotta go back to the ruins. Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, around.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm gonna be happy about this because I'm finally gonna get the opportunity to follow through and freaking bury
Yes.
Sonnet because I am still not
I
okay
know,
with that.
yeah, she's kind of somewhere in the ether.
Otherwise, we just never had time.
Yep. Oh, we could always say hi to my people.
So, are you guys having this conversation like in the quarters area?
I don't
Yeah,
think this
and-
was
right.
this. I thought this was sort of an out of character conversation that
It's
was
okay. You
going
can
on.
totally have out of character conversations too if you want. I'm
Well,
just saying.
effectively, this is just going on inside of Fontiev's head right now as he's reading through shit.
Yeah.
He's
If we're being
pontificating.
continuity.
Wait, he's fontificating.
Oh,
The pun, it hurts. Okay.
You're welcome, everybody. That's good
Um,
night. That's the end.
Okay. So on the laundry list of things that we still need to do right now, we have to get the power supply for the airship. We also have to go to Ron Howard's tower at some point. Wow, that was a mouthful.
Ron Howard's tower at some point. Yeah, we still
We
do need to
also
go to that
talked
tower.
about going to the Underdark.
There are so many
And-
things we need to do.
Yeah, and then we need to go see if we can get Winnie as well.
Yes.
That's also now on our list of things that we need to do.
That
If-
maybe let's
so,
think about.
Just to be clear, Rob, I don't know if I mentioned this. Those letters are all at least like 1,000 years old.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
when we
if
read
she's
them,
there,
it was
she's very old.
very much.
But
well,
Winnie
Hey,
might
might
be
be
a
worth a shot.
skeleton.
Or undead. Yeah, she's either dead or undead.
Well, hey, to be
Yes.
fair, we found a functioning living skeleton of an ancient dwarf lord. So this
stranger
wouldn't
things have happened.
necessarily
Very
be
true.
out of the realm of impossibility.
Yeah, like I
Stranger
said,
things
dead
is
or
true.
undead.
Yes, that's
Either
true.
one or the other.
Kiff has
Yes.
one relative goal. Well, his major goal is saving or freeing all the scale folk in the city to let them live, full, free, fulfilling lives. But his secondary goal before leaving here is he has to go back to the east gate, I believe, and get back little Timmy.
Who's little Timmy?
Little
The
Timmy
trap.
is the trap.
Oh,
Oh, your trap. Yes, your trap is still
when
out
did
there.
you lose
I
that?
think that was the North Gate.
North Gate, yeah, it was the first egg.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I teleported us all out of there. Since there was
Yes,
the thing on
right.
your face.
You just sort of like left. We were just like, bye.
The wizard school is back that way, so that is definitely a direction to go in at some point. But maybe for now we should.
Yeah.
For now,
Or,
we should
or
go
if
to
I
sleep.
guess if Fontiev is thinking about things to do, maybe something that if he has
well,
any
the
ideas for the tomorrow plan in terms of Carthan, but just only if you're
post
like
Carthan, the priority would be getting airship running because that's something
Right.
we need to do.
but we have to survive Carthan first.
Is there what is left that we need to do?
Stop the rapture tomorrow again.
The rapture has only been
wait.
delayed.
Gonna happen
The
tomorrow.
alleged
So,
final
wait,
one.
I'm so confused right now. I thought the entire way we stopped the rapture was by destroying the eggs. I thought that
No,
was
we
like the
delayed
We
the
delayed
rapture
the rapture.
This was
until
supposed to be
tomorrow.
big rapture, because they were going to use the eggs to basically engulf the whole city. But now, without the eggs, they can
They
only
have
do
to
it
move
in
everyone in
small,
a remote
concentrated area.
location. Yeah,
They
or
So they're
ordered
putting everyone in the
to
cathedral.
move out of their
Assemble
homes
at-
inside the cathedral. And
correct.
they said on penalty of death/excommunication.
Yes. And the other things that we essentially need to do to cripple the empire or the city is like potentially destroy the hospital and free the people who are being experimented or transformed there. The mines, they're like taking the gems that can transform people from there, I think. That was like a possibility. Lord Baroness is trapped by fiends. The governor is worried about his mansion. There's a lot of things. The city is far from saved.
Okay, yeah. So
The city is.
you guys can also you have a lot of friend
Delay.
NPCs here, and you could always ask them questions as well, if you want. So
We
is it
could-
safe to say that
Oh,
you
go ahead.
guys have a lot rested now, or do you want to do anything before you do that?
I think that's fine with me, but what does everyone else want? I wanted to let the people in this room know that, like, there's definitely some stuff going on with whatever
Yeah.
that was
So
with all of these guys over there. Just so
Okay,
everyone
people have been
knows.
notified. Yeah, people have
Yeah.
been notified.
Like, just to
so
be
for
aware.
Maggie,
of
like
that.
there's nothing that she can do, and I also kind of already committed to spending like 4 hours to try to transcribe the Master Spell magic spell.
Yeah, she's doing nerdy wizard stuff.
I mean, that was a valuable spell that we probably need. So
Nerdy wizard stuff
Um,
is very, very good. It's very
Yeah,
good
but
things.
I would call out if someone is awake enough to investigate it, that it sounds bad. I don't know what those people are doing, but I don't trust them.
There's too much
Ugh.
shit going on. There's people doing rituals in our own fucking base. There are people popping through portals.
Yep.
I would say that we let people be aware, that we let people know to maybe not be around Jinx alone, to maybe know that they're
Serena.
either going, or Serena, yeah, good call. I mean, so for me, Serena's kind of a afterthought currently, only because she doesn't have a mob of possessed elves. No, but I don't think anyone's physically doing anything right now.
No,
Yeah.
but they're all fucking fiends looking for people's souls
yeah.
and
Yeah.
gems.
I
And
mean,
that's
I'll
just
so
not
say-
good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real with you. Dromik doesn't really give that much of a shit about it, only because it's not him. But that's also just a self-preservation thing. Like, Dromik will make everyone aware, and like, he is curious, and if you guys are upset about it, Dromik will like understand. But like, he's
Just
like,
don't
"Eh."
look. We don't have the resources to do
Agreed.
anything right now. So
That's-
we cut our
Yeah.
losses is really what
Yep.
the answer is.
Yep.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think
Our-
what we should
Our
do
plan is sleep.
Yep. I think
Oh,
we should
right.
tell
But there is one more thing I do want to go do before sleep. I want to read that 1 year that we have not looked through in the journal.
Which
Okay.
journal?
There is a journal of the giant experimentation that we have listed within the person mini pockets. We have a note on there that says that we've only read 1 year. I want to go through the other year.
it's
Journal,
Alvin
okay.
Redbeard's
Yeah.
journal.
Alvin Redbeard's journal. Okay. I think that I'm gonna look at it. I think that when I said last year, I think that meant like the last year in the journal. But I'm gonna look at it.
So I'm
Was it
pretty
in the
sure
car? I'm just trying to find the page.
I'm pretty sure that I was the one who read it, and I did go specifically to read the last year to find out like what happened, because that's when things had started getting weird. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm like eating right now. So yeah, it's the
So
first year that hadn't been
In
read.
other years, it describes his efforts with the what was it called? There's a power company. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. There's a power company, and he's trying to help them develop new ways of getting power. He talked about how coal wasn't very efficient, and in powering machines, and he was looking for something. He heard about something called oil, and he wanted to try that too. And he sort of developed that, and he was pretty successful with that. And that worked well for a while. But he was kind of in love with Winnie, and he wasn't sure if he should, he was very shy about it. But he said he thought Winnie was really smart, and Winnie had developed a much better type of fuel and power source, and he's excited about her rocket machine. Those are some highlights.
Okay. So there's like nothing of nothing like airship related of.
Yeah, so he describes about his airship designs, but his main problem was he couldn't find a sufficient power source. And he kept trying a variety of different things that were successful for his day job. But he really wanted to build this airship, and his best bet was he thought that he could use some of the Gith meditation stones. That was his best bet that he thought would work pretty well to power his airship.
Okay, and that's all I can really discern from that. Has anyone read the Giant Scroll from Bertha the
From
Giant?
Bertha, yeah, it's
Yes.
it's somewhere else. in
I
the
think
wiki.
I wrote it down.
It's probably in the wiki
Yeah, here we
somewhere.
go. It's called The History of the People of the Elements.
Okay. I'm just kind of going through the list of shit that we have to make sure we've actually gone through the information. I'm trying to think about anything else that we can do.
I mean, we already did a lot for one night.
Well, no, so I'm also trying to.
It's been a long day.
How many
I'm thinking.
hours did it take for Fontiev to read all that?
I mean, for the most part, most of them are just diagrams, which would only take me a couple minutes.
You have to study them. It's like an IKEA assembling
Yeah, really. That's a good way
It's
to
like
put
an IKEA assembly.
Yeah. The only other thing I kind of want to go through, if it was possible, would be to kind of look at the rituals of nature.
That is something that I believe Dromik had been.
No, Dromik gave it to Maggie.
It was,
Yep.
Sana
Maggie has
who-
it.
Dromik gave that to Maggie.
The reason why I want to bring this up is
Mhm.
because of the ritual of reincarnation.
Yes.
I'm just saying we could save Sonnet.
It's possible. I think,
It
but I
has
don't.
been less than 10 days.
Has it?
Yeah.
Holy cow! It's been less than 10 days.
Been
Feels
about
like
a
an.
week.
It's.
Wait,
I know
seriously?
it feels.
That's
It feels
the amount
like
of
an
time it's actually passed since
eternity
then?
ago. Yeah,
Yep.
it's not that
I
much.
think it's been about a week, yeah.
We've
because
grown
Wow.
a level per long rest with the exception of one. So we were at level 6 when Sonnet died.
Correct.
So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
It's been 6 days.
It's been 6 days. Yeah.
Jesus. Seriously. So
Stuff moves
in
slow.
context, this entire campaign has occurred in less than 10 days.
Yes.
This entire campaign's been in close to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been keeping some
Of
track.
in-game
Close to
time.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
not 3
Jesus.
weeks out of game time.
Yeah. No, out of game time it has been about a year. Over a year now, I think.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
fine.
I mean, I'm not
So-
trying. I wanna
That's how life goes. No, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of like stunned that that's what the in-game time counter is actually. My next question is: we went through the rare tomes of power, right?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna say that's enough book reading for one day.
Yes.
But I have a thirst for knowledge, sir. I have a
I'm gonna say
scholastic
that's-
itch.
You feel tired. I'm gonna say that.
Can I say
if you have
or,
a scholastic itch.
or mention one thing just before we go to bed?
Yes, of
Just
course.
I want to tell everyone who is in the conference room, all these higher up people, that we're gonna meet to discuss in the morning what our game plan is. So
What the
don't
heck's
like
going on?
leave. Or if you leave, come back.
Dawn, we
It's
plan.
Yep.
Yes.
We meet at dawn.
Kiff
And
is
if
Yeah.
all
going.
else fails, we'll hand
And I'm
Grog
going
the
the
deck
fuck
of
to
many
sleep.
things.
Yeah, and everyone's like
You know,
bedtime.
Okay, I like it.
Where is everyone sleeping? In the little circle room?
So Kiff, Bam, and Click are going to go to the quarters. And Cliff is going to ask his friends.
Or are they going to the Quavers?
Yes. He's going to ask his friends, bed or nest?
Nest. Sean, I can't. The loud cackle
caught
from
me.
Sean.
That caught me. That caught me off guard.
Just the loud
Kiff, what
cackle.
will you make this nest out of?
I have a wizard robe if you need it.
I have some
What?
wands that can be used as sticks,
Little
perhaps.
kindling.
I know they're not.
That's
I can find some old newspapers and you can shred that.
Incredible nesting materials.
Incredible nesting materials. Oh no.
They just
in all
jump up and down and say,
In
"Make
all
nest."
seriousness, in all
yeah.
seriousness, in all seriousness, you can make a nest. I would like to recommend as many people as they like should spend the night in the same room with me.
Agreed.
So
We
I
should be in
think
all
maybe-
of this in the quarters
Yeah,
Indeed.
here.
I think we can all sleep in the quarters, and Maggie will cast. Hold on.
Alarm.
Yeah,
Alarm,
I
or-
just want to make sure how much space it covers before I do this. 20-foot cube.
So,
That's
Well,
okay.
one thing.
I'm within the 20-foot cube. There's an alarm.
Choose some important people, put them over there. Should be
Yep.
fine.
I'll make a
We should.
little
No,
announcement.
so put Mercy in there. Put Mercy in that cube.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea.
By the way,
Keep
Mercy
Mercy.
has wing sprouts now,
Hey!
Oh,
and she's
Yay!
feeling better, especially after the dancing.
The power of friendship is working.
and dancing, apparently. It's gonna
Friendship and
lead to-
dancing.
I'm a fabulous dancer.
Don't let me
Amazing.
dance. I'll burn the house down.
So I'll ask, I guess if Yllaxis wants, or someone else strong I don't know if Marvis is still kind of shut down, but if someone
Indeed.
would like to push some beds a little close together, so perhaps Mercy, myself, and one
I'm just
other
waiting for the morning
person.
when Marvis just like turns on, and you
There
just hear
are
the windows boot up
two-
noise.
Wait, there are two doors. Can we just put Marvis at one of the doors?
Can we
That
move
sounds
him?
horrible, but like, I don't know if we can move him. He
He's
is
got
kind of.
wheels
Uh,
right now.
He's got
I'm
wheels.
picturing him. I'm picturing him like the back. He's got wheels. If we tilt him back, we can push him a little
Listen,
bit.
listen,
Get
I'm
a
not
little
waking him
dolly.
up. I'm not the one who's gonna wake him up.
Yeah.
You guys are, because he doesn't.
It's not me.
He's mediocre with me at best.
I
So
dare you to try to wake me up.
No,
But I
I
need
am
12
not.
hours of
I am
sleep.
not the one
No,
who's
this is
waking
to
you
the whole
up.
group. This is to the whole group. I
Yeah.
need 12 hours of sleep.
Not
I will
We're just
choke
trying
you
to
out.
wheel. We're just trying to
I'm
wheel
not
you
doing it.
into the safe room. It's a room that's safe. I'm not doing it either. I want to, but I'm not doing it.
while he's asleep, I'm just gonna write the
I'm
words
assuming we
"bot
can put
life" across
these
his
3
chest.
beds together. But
Yeah, I think if we put the 3 beds together, then that
Oh.
should fit into a 20-foot
flip
cube,
them.
more or less. Maybe
That-
we have to put one kind of at the foot.
And
Your
Like,
around the
average
nest
bed
is
is
about
about
4
4
feet.
feet wide, give or take.
Put your nest at the foot of our beds.
But yeah, you can make a nest here. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're in a perfect space to be hit by like a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
that's actually
You all get
great.
you all get
Or
plus
someone could
3 at
cast Insect Plague and then lock the door. That'd be great.
So
Yeah.
one
Guess
other
what?
thing.
I'm just joking.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said someone could cast Insect Plague and then lock the door.
Insect plague. Yeah.
Oh, God.
There's 2
Well,
doors.
uh,
There's 3 doors. There's
So-
1, 2,
I don't like that foreshadow.
3. There's 3 doors.
Sarah, for
Yes.
later,
Yes.
I just want to mark this out right now.
Yes.
Is that we have trees in this outdoor pasture over here that we can use for tree stride to come in and out safely.
That's awesome.
If we
for...
jump back and forth between Codwake.
Yeah, that's fine. That's actually good to know.
Because theoretically we could bring an army.
I thought trees
I
tried
think
with one
you're
person.
thinking transportation.
No.
Transportation. Tree stride
Transport via
is
plants, yeah.
yeah, transport via plants is multi-people, and I think that's a higher level spell. Maybe not.
It's
Oh,
I
pretty
think
high.
it's at least 6.
Well, I have a 6th level spell,
Hang on.
but I only
Yeah.
have 1.
Exactly. So you could only do it like once per day.
I can
I
do
don't
it
think
one
so.
time.
So they tree stride is what they always used on.
It's transportation via
Yeah.
plants.
I
Transportation via
literally
plants.
looked it up
Via
on 5e
plants.
tools at the beginning of this
Yeah.
Yeah.
session.
5e tools is a good resource.
It
5e
really
tools
is.
is awesome. I use
via
it too.
plants.
It's gonna get knocked down by wizards any day now.
Oh, why?
Well, because it
I mean, I know
has-
why, but why?
Well,
But
wizards
why
is
was
very
just me
very
screaming in the ether?
corporate. Like of all the
There
RPG
is
companies,
Yeah.
no restriction on how many people
Yeah,
can
they are.
can go with you. Like there's nothing that says it's only one person.
So the
Uh,
issue.
But the thing about
Transport via
tree
plants is
stride
only
is it's only 500 feet.
It's not as
Yeah,
far.
tree stride's
stride's
only 500
500
feet.
feet.
The other
Ah.
issue is, and I'd have to look up the exact time for transport via plants, but if the spell only lasts for a certain amount of
For a
time,
certain amount
you
of time.
are.
You transport
seconds.
back. How many?
Yeah, I think
6
it's like one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
One
like
round.
an
The last
action.
6 seconds.
you just
The
leave
idea
and
is
come
you all
back.
Enough for
Blue
everyone to go
Skidoo.
through.
Oh, blue
That's a-
skidoo, like
yes.
simultaneously.
I mean, we can fit, but we can't bring an army. Is what
Oh,
we're
okay.
saying.
Well, so the short answer is just transport via plants would be something that we can use to jump back and forth between Codawake from here to there.
If we were to
Very
give a
securely.
6-second speech. Yes.
My nest is a bunch of dandelions because I couldn't find a good
I
nest.
think that's something to happen
Oh, I love
at
it.
another time. But yes,
Yeah.
it's possible. I am happy to do that if that is our consensus. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah,
But
I think,
we will figure it out.
like I
everything
said, I think
Little
once we
nest.
deal with the situation here, great option for when we are gonna travel further distances, especially if we're going back to Codwake. But right now, we kind of need to figure out what the hell we're doing with this city.
Exactly.
After
Yes.
We
sleeping.
have until
So
what,
many things to
midnight,
do.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! What was the time? We were told. We were told.
What was what time?
The
what
rapture.
time they said? Yeah, they were like
Tomorrow
everyone
evening.
needs to.
Tomorrow evening.
Yeah, tomorrow evening. It was like
Was it like a? Did they say midnight or like 9 p.m.?
I think they said tomorrow evening.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow evening. Let's say 9 p.m. for now. I'll write that down.
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, Kiff, with the help of Click and Ban, go find a bunch of linens and pillows and soft things, and arrange them in a circular format to make a
This
nest.
is what the dandelion represents.
Yes, in
Got
which
it.
they all curl up in their kind of traditional cobalt selves
Oh, you're like a little cobalt circle.
and
Bring,
sleep
like,
there.
rags and feathers and
Yes.
little pillows they stole from somewhere and extra dirty towels.
Well, there
Precisely.
is
A
the
bunch
there
of celestial
is the
feathers.
men's and women's bathrooms here, just so you know.
And
Probably
I
is
can
like
press
linens.
digitation all of the linens. To
All
make
of them
clean.
clean to make them
Yes.
appear clean, or is it actually to clean them?
Unlike
Why do I
according to
feel like we're gonna get really you're gonna get yelled at a lot by the dwarves here asking why the fuck all their towers are shredded?
It's a nest.
about it.
Leave them alone.
They're not
You
shredded.
saved them. Don't worry about it.
Like, that's serious. They
Yeah.
probably stole some liver.
Yeah, they merely arranged them. They did not shred
They're
them.
borrowed. They will be returned eventually, perhaps. Okay, so you guys are there. Fontiev, what bet are you taking? Because I don't really care.
Doesn't matter.
Kind of.
I guess I would be nearer to the
Sorry.
alarm spell if I can.
So here's the alarm spell. These people are already in it. I think it
Okay.
might be best to not be directly next to the alarm spell.
Not you.
You're just like, no! Get
Wait, so
out
is
of
this
You're
here.
really-
bad. Go to sleep.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
They're trying.
I
They
have
can't
cast-
get on the actual bed.
I've cast
luck.
it in this area.
Yes.
Yllaxis-
You did it. You did it. You
Oh,
guys
thank
did
God.
it.
I
Whoever
did
did
it.
that, thank
It's
you.
perfect.
I did it.
It's perfect.
Don't touch her.
Don't anyone
Yeah,
touch it.
so Yllaxis is in the middle, so she can do her.
She has
bonus
that
to
special defendy thing.
and keep
Yeah.
you from charm if those sing-songy people try to do something.
Correct.
Yes. So we're squeezed into like a little 20-foot
A
cube.
little small cube, but that's okay.
Let me see here.
Safety.
Do I have anything as a ranger that allows me to kind of set up some kind of trap while I'm sleeping?
No. I think that's the spell alarm.
Kiff had trap.
Aw,
I mean,
Kiff,
if
don't
you
worry, we'll
also
get it
want to-
back.
Oh,
Kiff missile Timmy.
I know, but
I'm just trying to remember. Like, I feel like there was something
I feel so bad
weird
for Kiff.
about traps or something like that. Maybe I'm just confusing it with something else.
You can find traps really easily because you're a rogue. You can.
There's a spell about trapping as a ranger that's like first level. It's not that good.
It's it's
Like
it's
enchant a rope and then it becomes
it's
like a magical
okay.
trap.
Yes, magical
Mm.
trap. That is a thing. Rangers
Okay.
make traps real good. I don't think they find them as good. Well, they find them okay too. I just don't think they find them while they're asleep.
Well, my point is that I'm just trying to secure the room. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh, okay.
no, trap one of
The
the
room
doors. or
feels pretty
something.
secure. The dwarves say that they've caved in all the entrances except one to the outside, and then that one is going to have like all the guards at there.
Well,
Okay.
just in case someone tries to, I have my alarm spell.
Maggie is
I don't
making
trust no one.
100% extra sure.
Yes, and it'll
Huh.
be a mental ping.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's
For
it's
me.
not a.
It's not going to be a blaring alarm.
Oh,
Okay, so is everyone snoozing?
yeah. Fontiev, what bet are you taking?
Sure. Fontiev is going
Take one.
to take this bed.
Okay,
Hey,
be-
I did it first try.
and I will be over here. That way we
Oh,
have.
sure, leave.
Listen, that way we have. If God forbid something happens, we wake up. We can surround them.
Quick question. Where is Marvis's character model?
Marvis is sleeping in the other room. If you want to bring him in here, feel free to do so.
Did we have like
At
a
your own
hand
You
cart
can
or a
lift
dolly?
it.
No,
Yeah,
we had
Do
a
we have a
whole
hand cart or a
conversation
dolly?
about it. No.
No, no.
Wait, wait, wait.
Uh,
Actually,
Dromik will not even
let me
try.
let me riddle this. Let me riddle this
yeah.
with the DM here. I have a 15 strength, 15 strength score. Can I lift Marvis?
This is between the players, not the.
No, I'm saying no. I mean physically.
Well, Marvis, how
Can
much do you weigh?
Fontiev pick up?
I do not know how.
Probably pretty heavy, if I'm not
Hey.
mistaken.
The question was not, will Marvis let me carry him? It's
It is
can
how
I
much
can I
do you weigh?
physically pick
Yeah.
him up? Is there even a reason?
just
Okay, so it is.
Usually
Oh, and I-
about 270 to 300, so I'll say about 275.
Okay,
Could
'Cause
carry
I'm
it.
barbarian.
that's. I mean, technically you could, I think, but I don't know if Marvis would like that.
You can lift a weight equal to 30 times your strength.
So what's 30 times 15?
That's
300.
Do it.
more than 300.
300.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
something.
I can totally just like pick him up by the shoulders and just kind of just carry him into the room and just kind of put him up against the wall while he's still turned off.
You could try.
It's between
Yeah,
the
I think-
players. I can't say
You
no to
could
that.
try.
Yeah, so Fontiev, we're saying it's possible.
Okay.
You could
Can,
lift
can I
that
go?
If it wasn't, yeah. If it
Can
is,
I-
then you have to ask.
Yeah. Can I gently pick you up and just carry you into the room?
You can try.
Okay.
Oh,
I
no.
will try.
Is that like a stealth versus sleep roll? How
I
does?
No,
I
wait.
see
Oh,
and
wait,
hear
wait, I'm
everything
sorry.
Oh,
when
right,
I'm asleep.
right.
Stealth-
Marvis is
Stealth
aware of
versus
everything.
Sleep sounds
Yeah,
very
I'm just
familiar.
gonna whisper
Huh.
that. I'm just gonna go and find Marvis. And I'm just gonna whisper that. Hey, don't wake up. I'm just gonna move you into the room with the rest of us. I just kind of pick him up and start carrying him.
Oh God.
I just want you to be in the same room as all of us because one, it feels really sad that you're out there in the cold, and two, we could use somebody in the room in case things happen.
And you
I
just
don't
hear
feel
Marvis's
cold.
feet
To get
dragging,
creaky.
just like across the rock floor.
Well, no, I can.
No,
lift-
I know.
Carry
You-
him
you're fine.
princess style.
Except
No, like,
Marvis is like straight as a board. Because he's a
Technically, I
little
could throw him under
bit-
my arm. Like I think what was it 15 times 30 is like 15 times 30 is like what 400 something.
450.
Yeah.
450.
Yeah, so I
450.
could
Yeah, no,
easily
you can
deadlift
carry
him
him.
right
You
now.
can carry him.
Deadlift?
Don't
Yeah,
deadlift
but like
him.
walking with a deadlift? No.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like I can
Just
lift.
carry him like a
I
princess.
can lift over. Yeah, no, I can lift over 150 pounds more
Princess
than what
Mustache
he weighs.
Marvis.
I think the question is, what happens when Fontiev puts hands on Marvis?
Yeah, I think that is the question. Marvis?
Until the eyes light up. Yeah.
Well, I also whispered that to him because I know that he can see and hear everything.
You're like,
while
please
he's
no,
asleep.
please no kill. Please no murder.
Please no kill.
Please
I'm simply
me.
moving you to the other room with us.
hit me. Please no kill.
As soon as you get like 2 feet close to me, my eyes will light up, and I'll be like, "What?"
I'm just moving you into the room closer to us because
Why?
in case something happens to Mercy.
And that is my problem. Why?
Because if Mercy gets taken out, we are completely fucking screwed.
I can move myself.
Okay. I was gonna offer to carry you so you can stay in
No.
sleep mode. That's fine.
Marvis is like, I'm already awake.
It's okay.
Okay.
It was very brief. Go back to bed.
Okay.
Marvis just moves himself into the room, immediately shuts off again. I'm like, okay, bye. Good night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
So everyone is asleep, right?
Yes, we are finally asleep.
And nothing bad happens during the night.
Where's
Yay.
the door? Or how many
Yay.
doors are there?
There is
There
a
are 2
door
doors.
here.
How many
There's-
doors?
Technically 3, because there's one here, and then the men's and women's bathroom also lead out here. So
Oh,
there's,
no.
which is why I
Women's
said
from
we
the
should
bathroom.
spread ourselves around the door. There
I'll
you
be
go.
right in the middle.
On the table?
I'll
On the
probably push
table?
I'll probably push the table away.
Oh, I was excited.
The table's gonna break if I try to stay on the table.
Just boom.
It's like all you.
Found you a perfect bed. Oh,
It was like
a
all of a
charging
sudden,
pedestal.
all of a sudden you hear a fucking large crunch if I stand on the
Yeah, and you're
table.
like,
I'm like,
oh, oh no.
Before we go to sleep, I give Kiff back the skull of Robert Blackpen,
Ah,
whose
Thank you.
name I've finally memorized.
yeah. How many times have you had to say it at this point?
Sad if you remembered the spell, but not his name.
Man's got an ego. Or,
Marvis, are you aware the whole time that you're asleep? I think you are.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so in the
That's-
morning, Lady Cutcher's kind of looking around. Marvis kind of inspecting him and giving Chan notes on his construction, saying, "Look, finely crafted creature this is. Take notes, take notes. We'll hand it to our engineers later. But don't tell anyone," she says to Chan.
Does Fontiev happen to hear this?
Look at
I
the
think
joints,
Marvis
the
does.
joints.
I hear it
Look at-
all.
She says his power source must be incredible. We really should steal that. Or no, I'm taking that. She said,
We really should steal it
I
from
didn't
him.
mean to say steal.
No, I
That's-
know.
That's my
Jeez,
fault, not
next
the NPC's
Fontiev's
fault.
gonna be like, use
She
Marvis
said
to
she
power
means
the airship.
research it.
She
Wait,
said we
wait.
should
What if that's how
find
we
out
finally
to
power the
do it.
airship? We
Don't you
have
dare do
Marvis
it.
plug in like a goddamn
No.
battery.
Yeah.
With a USB cord, yeah.
Oh my god!
It
No,
has
oh
to
my
be
god, I just
USB.
realized something.
It's USB
I
I
and
straight up just realized something. We
I
could
become the
literally turn the
airship.
No, we
Yes.
yeah,
What
it
would
literally
the
turns into the
ship-
Outlaw Star.
What is it? Part of the
Yes.
ship, part of the crew.
Yes.
Oh
Amazing.
no!
This
From
literally turns
fucking
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the fuck's it called?
Pirates
pirates.
Caribbean.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you were
but-
going to say.
Outlaw
Oh,
Star.
not that. No, fuck the. Never mind. The South Korean graphic novel
Parasite?
about the train.
Oh,
no,
Parasite.
same director. Same director.
Who's-
Fuck.
The train, the only.
No,
Oh.
Piercer.
What is it?
Of Snowpiercer.
Oh,
yeah.
it's not-
Snowpiercer.
Well, I was leaning more towards like the whole like system mechanic of the Outlaw Star, where they have the I literally forget what her actual name is in the
Girl.
show, where
Yeah,
she
I
gets
forget her name.
yeah, and she's like the brains and like power source of the ship.
Amazing.
Probably Duracell.
It's probably Duracell.
No, he's Energizer. He's better than that.
No, I think
Give him
Duracell.
bunny ears.
So if Marvis doesn't want to wake up at the point, he doesn't have to. But you guys can wake up
Well,
whatever time.
did they say anything else? Like, I
He's
know you
fine.
retracted steal, but
So she said we must learn what power sims we can copy it. So we can copy it down for our own security assets.
I'll just light up my eyes real quick and go like, don't, just don't.
Oh, excuse me. We were merely admiring your construction. Clearly,
That's-
your crafter, your maker, if I may. She says, by the way, who was your maker?
At this exact moment, you just hear Fontiev let out the biggest fart in his sleep, just to
Okay.
disrupt everything.
Got it.
And these are the moments I'm glad I can't smell. What was his name again? All I remember is Dinklage.
Dinkle Stinkles. Dinkle
Dinkle
Doobles. Dublin Dankles.
Devlin
Dinkler.
I'm
Dinkless.
Devlin
No, it was
Dinklage.
Devlin Dinkless. Dinklage.
Dinkless.
Dank-
It's not
Dev-
Dinklage. That's Peter
Dinkles.
Dinklage.
Dankles.
Oh, yeah.
Devlin Dinklage.
Wait, it was Dinkless?
No.
I don't know if half
It
of us knew
was-
that.
No, I think everyone thought it was Dinklage only because I
Yeah,
mess it up
100%.
so often. No, it was Devlin Dinkless. But Devlin is the first name.
I will say that, and he is not from here or alive anymore. Now, if you excuse me, I need rest.
She says, but wait, can maybe you'd learn, perhaps see how your power source connects to your joints and processing systems.
It takes me an hour just to take this stuff off. I do not have an hour. I need sleep,
Marvis
and I
is
just
like,
power off.
"What?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Pew. Yeah. You just hear like boink.
Katja says to Shen, she says, "You got the notes, right?" And Shen says, "Yes." And so that would be roughly at like 8 a.m. So I don't know if anybody else is awake or not, but if not,
I don't know how long
I don't know what time we went
What?
to sleep.
I think
Yep.
Yllaxis
What-
needs to
at
sleep the
various
least.
times, it could be any time you want.
Technically,
Real
We
quick,
can-
what time did we get here?
You got there at like 3 or 4 or something.
Okay.
Charles,
Oh.
Since I've been
It's not
asleep
that
since 3.
Charles, would it be reasonable to say that like when this happened, I would have had enough time for the full rest and been awake at this point, just like not just moving in my bed?
Yeah, you
Just,
can
like,
wake up at
chilling?
8. There's more than
Um,
enough time for a long rest.
As
Yeah.
they exit the room, I want to kind of creep out of bed and just kind of start following them, and I'm just gonna give Marvis a heads up. If I'm not back in 15 minutes, come find me.
Oh.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yes.
That's his
Okay,
jab.
roll stealth.
Do a sneak.
Yep. I'm just doing the sneaky sneak. If I can find my dice. I found my dice.
Step
I'm gonna
1,
blink
find
my
your
dice.
dice.
It's a 4.
That is a 4, but I have a shit ton
Oh.
of stealth, so it's
shit
gonna be
Plus 8?
yes.
maybe?
I have 13 stealth, so that's 14 plus 13, which is like 20.
How do
How do
you
you
have
have
plus
13?
13 stealth?
That's
Because
like
of
Wow.
the yeah, there was a thing that I had taken for I think it was like expertise in stealth.
Rangers don't get expertise.
Rangers don't get expertise.
No, there was something in here that gave me double proficiency with stealth as one of the ranger things from the level ups.
I don't see anything about that.
Oh,
Wait, I
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
us talking
yes,
about that.
yes.
Yeah, there was a very
Yes.
specific reason why I
Forever
have
ago.
that.
Very,
I don't
very
remember, but like, I'm gonna be the asshole and say no because
If you
I
could
don't
find,
remember
I
that.
think like, if you can find the rule, but
Yeah,
There was
For-
something. There was a very specific thing that
look
I
in
had in here that
look in
gave
your
Okay,
me
I
ranger
know.
stuff. Yeah, look in your ranger stuff.
so you're not gonna die, so that's fine.
Oh boy.
Lady Catcher will just say, "Oh, hello there."
Well, first and foremost, I still have a bonus to that, so it really doesn't matter.
Right. I mean, minimum is probably plus 8. You're proficient.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out
5 plus
where
4
that
is
came
9.
from.
Okay, so you know what? Let's just fine. I don't even care. They go to the conference room and they just sit down. They don't talk during the walk of 30 seconds or so.
They just kind of.
Yllaxis is an early riser too because she likes to look at the moon as it's waning, and she's not much of a night person. She's that girl. Anyway, she's up around. I would have assumed before 8 because that just sounds far too much like I've wasted too much of the morning. But if
God.
convenience, I'm here just awaiting everyone. I don't have anything particular that I want to do other than prep the room, perhaps. But I'd like to make sure everyone's okay.
Like making the beds and things. Oh.
Altier says nay.
Just say nay. I put a hand on him and rub his mane a bit and ruffle him, and I take off part of the Kiff treat I bought, and I give him a little bit.
He eats it gratefully.
I don't know how long Maggie sleeps. I'm assuming one of the two of us will wake up next. I don't really care who. Or Kiff.
So Kiff usually wakes up to, the sunrise, but there isn't really much sunrise here.
The
So
darkness probably
it's-
makes you sleep.
he's gonna sleep for a while. But
Honestly,
he'll-
Dromik would probably be in the same boat where the sun is what really wakes me up. I did sleep outside the last time we were here. I slept out in the pasture area. Good call.
yeah, but Kiff wakes up, and Click and Bam are starting to slowly make their way into sentience again. And Kiff goes, sweet sleepies. And then Kiff goes, bam. Or Kiff goes, bam, click.
Yeah.
Breakfast? Let's make egg. He specifically says that.
They
not-
blink a little bit, and then they say, and then they say, should we hunt for egg? They say, we saw a hookar nest down in the basement.
I hear them talking about this. You just see like one eye open from Dromik. He's just like glaring over at them a little bit. You just barely see that I'm kind of awake. Just like, none of this. No, I don't like you murdering people's eggs.
Kiff goes, no need. Short skin folk. They have chickens. And chickens give them egg whenever they need. And, they take care of chicken, they feed chicken, chicken gives them egg to feed back.
Oh, so little egg, they say.
Yes, little egg. Very yummy, tasty. Good eats.
Okay, so we go get it. We know we saw those chickens. We'll go get it.
I'll just say, I come with.
Okay.
We do together.
So they're gonna go over to the little pasture area. They see a lot of people kind of chatting and hang out in the conference room. Some people, the door's open. Some people kind of glance over.
Kiff will just wave.
Hi, friend.
So,
Mhm.
sorry, I'm fine to wake up around 8 p.m.
PM?
I'm sorry,
8
8 a.m. Oh my god.
Holy cow, Maggie sleeps
Waking up
forever.
around 8 a.m. Yeah, it's like I need my beauty sleep. So that would mean we went to bed around midnight or 2 a.m.
Either way, you
Okay.
were probably the person who was studying the most. You and Fontiev.
So right, because studying the master spell should have taken 4 hours. So I think I would have had enough time to learn another spell if it was an illusion spell, because it takes me half the time to learn those.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted to ask. So yeah, I'll wake up at 8 a.m. And then I'll mark down the other spell that I learned.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Everyone's up and kind of doing stuff. I will roll out of bed and probably the first thing I'm gonna do, because we are inside, I would like to go like take a super is it cold underwater? Never mind.
Underwater in the bath.
Cold
The bath-
underground.
The underground river is kind of cold. Yeah.
Nope, I turn right back around and I go the other way. I am cold-blooded.
Absolutely not.
I am cold-blooded. I will be very mad if I go in the cold water. I'm gonna forget about it. I guess I'll just kind of mill around. See who's awake. I have immediately regretted my decision of trying to take a hot bath.
Kiff help later. Make fire. Hot water.
I just
Went
like
to the
it's cold.
kitchen. Went to the kitchen just to get some tea and get it set up. And since I wake up a little bit earlier than everyone, I would just like to bring that into the room. And I'm gonna move the table next to Marvis and leave a cup there for him, just in case he wants it. And the rest be out whoever wants.
Okay, this guy is walking down the hallway.
I will happily take a cup of tea and then say like, "Hey, are we supposed to be meeting people this morning? Are we
Yes,
meeting
once
people?"
we're all ready and set. I'm ready
Okay,
and
cool.
This guy
set if you are.
casually walks through. He says, "Oh, good morning. It's the heroes of freedom. Good morning."
Hello.
Is he one of the folks that were at the ritual?
He's like Jinx's
He was one
sidekick.
part of the group that was making that weird prayer chant.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I
was
mean,
one of
yep.
the bards.
He says, "Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go take a bath." He says, "I don't really like it cold, so I'm gonna use some magic to heat it up if anyone wants to share it with me." And he's not gonna wait too long.
He's gonna go in there and I'm gonna look at Yllaxis. Just I don't know if he's okay or not.
You
Scoff
hear
at
a
the
Not
line.
going
line.
to
And
investigate
like a
him.
wave of warmth coming from the bath.
I can investigate him in the bath.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm an old lady again. Just for now.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I am gonna take a cup of tea though.
Mhm.
Yes, that's it.
Give
just
Mercy
wanted-
some tea too. ever been able to taste anything before?
She says, it tastes wonderful. She says, I never needed to eat before, really. Eating for the Celestials, consider it only something to do to make people feel more comfortable. We have no need to eat, or we had no need.
At that
And she
moment,
says, look, and she kind of flaps, and her wings are like medium-sized back. She said, I feel like I have a purpose now.
Wow.
at that moment,
Your
the
wings are
Kobold crew bursts into the door with a plate of sausage links and like a huge heaping mound of scrambled eggs.
That's so wonderful, Kiff. Thank you. Do they actually look good, or do they look like bad?
Kiff is actually pretty good at cooking, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Well,
Liz,
Kiff,
what do you
Kiff
say,
can
Matt?
heat
Are they any
meat.
good?
I mean, I've hunted and foraged and what's the word? It starts with an S.
Scrambled.
Scrounged.
Scavenged.
Scrounged. Yeah.
Scavenged.
Scrambled.
Scavenged
Scrambled.
all my life, so-
Scrambled.
And
Thank
I've
you.
lived-
I was going for a thing there.
Eggs.
I've basically lived, cooking food by campfire all my life. So, and I have prestidigitation, so I can make things.
Are you having a
taste good.
stroke? Are you okay?
I don't know.
It's the
How's my left
prestidigitation.
side of my face? Am I like? Oh, jeez.
Eyeing Kiff's plate, Maggie is just gonna say, "Is this a form of revenge against the eggs yesterday? Just wondering."
Kiff turns, just goes, "No, just good eats." And then he walks over to Maggie and like kind of gets up on his tiptoes to whisper in her ear, and he just goes, "They're cheesy too."
Ooh.
They're
That does
cheesy.
sound quite good.
John wants that now.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh,
Yeah,
You're
cheesy
not
scrambled eggs are
sharing.
where it's at.
Mhm.
Yeah, oh yeah.
so good.
I have a story about that once we're done with the camp.
Done with the night. Good.
Jeez.
So anyway, Kiff and Click and Bam go to the table and plop the huge platter down and say, "Everyone eat." And then he jumps into a chair. Actually, the three of them all squeeze onto one chair, forks in hand, and just kind of start digging in.
I love Kim so much. Oh my god.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, on the Discord server, there is
There
the
it is.
Kiff fan club.
Indeed.
Yes, I actually set up Nightbot to do timers now, so like hopefully it's not too much, but
It's
like
been
every
my
once in a
job
while.
has been automated. Look at that.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. You can feel free to
It's okay.
also say it.
Blogs are always good.
Yeah.
We want Kiff fan fiction, damn it.
Yeah. Oh no, we don't want Kiff fan fiction. Oh no, we do not. Oh no.
I guarantee
Anyway.
you the fan fiction would be about Kiff and the bear trap.
Kiff in the bear trap. And Tina.
No, mostly just
I
the bear
got it.
trap.
No, Tina's the bear trap's name.
No, Lil Timmy.
Lil
Timmy.
Timmy,
Lil
I'm
Timmy.
Lil
sorry.
Timmy.
No, that sounds so
Oh.
much
I said
worse now.
tiny.
I know, I thought it was little Tina. That's much worse.
I
Okay.
just noticed the alas poor Yorick.
Yes.
What
Your
was
life
the
has been
reason I
but an
had
empty
this
Corner.
text?
Yes. What?
I'm legitimately trying to figure out what everyone remembers this discussion. There was a reason why I had gained expertise.
Ah.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it was.
I remember the
Are you
discussion, but I
thinking
can't.
of the natural explorer feature for Ranger?
Maybe you are.
I'm that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like there was a
Look
specific
up Natural
reason. Like,
Explorer.
But anyway, Kiff will motion to Mercy to come over to the table, and he offers her his fork.
She
That's
says, "Oh,
fair.
I'm not hungry." She says, "I want to talk about the plan. What are we going to do today?"
Insight check her. Just she's so eager and helpful, and I don't trust it.
She seems very excited. Yeah.
I trust her. She looks like an angel now, but
oh,
I'm
that's
happy
what it
to
was.
insight check her.
I just wanna
Yes.
make
I
sure.
remember now. I remember now. It's Deft
Ooh.
Explorer. That's why, because I gained the canny ability. and it gave me a skill that I could choose to add, like to either gain proficiency or like double my proficiency into it, which is what gave me expertise.
Okay,
That's
so
what it
then you
was.
don't
Okay.
have Natural Explorer.
Yeah,
So
I
that means
have
you
Deft
don't have
Explorer.
advantage on initiative if you have that. So you got to pick one of those.
No, I've never had advantage on initiative. I've never been using that one. I've always been using Deft Explorer.
Okay.
I hit space
That
bar.
means that you don't have like the difficult terrain advantage or the getting lost advantage or
Where
the
did
faster
Dromik
pace
just go?
and the track.
Did I just
advantages.
yeet Dromik? Because I hit the
So you
space
can give
bar.
up all of those.
I saw
may
him
have.
moving.
Yeah,
and
I have never been using any of that, so it doesn't really matter.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, I've only ever been using the Deft Explorer. I didn't even know I had any of that from the Natural Explorer side.
The
I've
hell
always
did
just been using
Dromik
Deft.
just go?
Yeah, I don't know.
fall through the table.
What?
I was gonna
How?
say it was driving me fucking nuts. I knew there was a goddamn reason why I had that. It was
It's
driving me
very
insane.
difficult 'cause you're combining 3 different kinds of rangers, and it's very confusing.
No. We're only combining the two. We're combining the two like unearthed arcana ones. We have been ignoring the actual book one. The only time we've ever gone back to the book one is if we needed
It's
to fill
fine.
in a
I put
gap
him back.
that they
Okay, well,
missed.
whatever it is, I don't like it, but okay.
I am going to go all the way around Marvis if he is still asleep. I'm going to grab a sausage. I'm going to walk this way past Mercy and everyone else and say, yes, I think we should go to the meeting room. As much as wonderful as this food does look, and I'm gonna look at Kip and say
Yep.
thank you, by the way.
We
need
we'll
to
discuss
discuss
it.
what has happened. Yes.
By the way, I rolled an 18 insight on Mercy.
Oh,
Yeah.
She seems excited. She seems
nice job.
she seems like she's not completely angelic yet, but she's kind of getting back there.
She's working on it.
She seems to have more of a purpose. She says, maybe I could call myself protector or peace or justice or enforcer. And she looks excited.
Maybe not enforcer, but the rest are lovely suggestions.
I
She
do
said,
like
being fair,
peace.
since I will have to choose a singular purpose soon.
I do like peace.
Peace is
This
good.
is a good one.
All right. Shall we go discuss
Yes.
the others?
Indeed.
All right.
I do have a sausage though, and I'm going to say thank you to Kip because it's quite delicious, I'm sure. What has happened? What is going
for the
on?
goodies.
It's a triad. It's a kobold triad.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my
we're going
gosh.
now.
It's a kobold cluster.
Just oh no. I just hear oh no. Can't. Okay. We're in the room now.
I didn't even see Kip.
So Kiff is going to kind of
Oh
breathe.
my gosh, what is going on?
Click him.
Marvis and
back,
Fontiev, you need to bring
So
yourself.
much chaos.
This is a disaster.
And Kiff is going to say,
What's going on?
It's time to wake up and go to the meeting room.
Kiff will tell Click and Ban. So before we go in, and he'll say this in Draconic, so it's easier for them to be more clear. So before we go in, there's probably going to be a lot of things that you don't understand. I don't understand them that well either, but we just kind of go with the flow, and things have worked out so far.
Gift's like, just follow these guys. They know what they're doing. Okay.
Is there like a chair at the head of the room or something like there was yesterday, or has it gone to complete
This
chaos?
is kind of chaos. Well,
There's
with all
there's
the
kind of like a boss chair. There's a lot
I
of
wanna
people.
sit in the
There's
boss chair.
also a gazillion people, yeah.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
but
lot
there
more
should
people
still
in here.
be a boss chair.
A metric, a gazillion.
A
There's
metric
Kira, she should be there too.
butt ton.
I can't find
Yeah,
the boss
like,
chair,
I
so
can't
I'm
even fit all
standing
the
on the
big-
table for now.
Yeah, people are like spilling out of the room. Like, what's happening?
And there's a magic pony over in the corner too.
There's a magic pony, right? That's why it's so hard to everyone to get in here. There's ebonies in here, and the horses are somewhat large. I can squeeze
Goblin,
in.
I do think you need
There's
to
a lot of
perhaps
like discussions and
invest in
arguments.
a larger conference room.
Gromlin says, "Oh, it's good to see you guys again." Oof, yeah, we sure got much more allies than I expected. He looks pretty pleased. He says, "It's great to
Alright.
have so many people on our side, isn't it?"
Indeed.
Yes.
All right.
Has Bethany returned, Gromlin?
He says, I don't know. I was pretty beat up after all that happened. I was trying to. She got separated. I think they were trying to arrest her. But last I saw her, she was dodging around a corner, and I had one of those damn giants on my tail.
The
Altier's
zealots?
here too. Wow.
Oh, he just happens to be at the edge of the room. Tier's hanging out.
He says, I might go looking for her today. I'm afraid she might have got taken off to that hospital of hope they keep talking about. I really sure hope she wasn't turned into some kind of horrible mutant. But we'll have to see. But yeah, people are kind of arguing. When you arrive here, you do see your friend Careless, and he does use magic. He uses thaumaturgy to say in a very loud voice, "Oh, look, it's our dear leaders of the resistance. Everyone, please turn your attention to Maggie and Yllaxis and their friends." And the people become silent, and they look to you for direction.
Oh boy.
So we could stop here if you want, or you could like wade into this now. If you like.
I think it's probably best if we stop here.
We wait
This
here.
is going to be like an
This
hour
is
and a
gonna
half
be
conversation.
quite the conversation, I think.
It's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
long
start with,
conversation.
well, you see.
Yeah, and then we're gonna
Still
be like, so what do we
happening.
do today? Who do we assign
Yes.
to what? And
Yeah,
while
we're gonna have to do
discussing
lots of assignments.
The other planetar is gonna find us.
So before we like end the stream,
Our
though, Matt,
metapod will fight their metapod.
you have a cheesy egg story.
Yes.
And then we can get to table talk and hanging out. Is that okay with everyone before Matt tells his cheesy egg story?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
I
Matt,
need this
tell us-
story.
Tell us your
Yes.
story.
So I knew a girl who I had a huge crush on, and
As you do.
this is how it goes when you're like 15. And basically, what happened was I wanted to impress her in some bizarre way, so I helped volunteer at her father, who was like he was a lawyer working on a nuclear power case for like Oyster Creek nuclear power plant. That's a whole other story. But anyway, they were doing a fundraiser at Rutgers Law in Newark, so I volunteered to help like just dish stuff out at the little after party, just to try to like get closer to her, yada yada yada. And one thing led to another. It was like 1:30 in the morning when we got out, so we all ended up sleeping over at this girl's house. Obviously nothing happened. I was 15 and I was a dweeb and couldn't put the moves on. But anyway, I wake up and I hear this girl's brother, like little brother, and he goes, "Ma, I want eggs." And she's like, "Oh, okay, honey." And he goes, "Cheesy eggs."
What a weird story.
And he did not stop talking about how much he loved cheesy eggs. It was the best thing ever.
How old was this kid?
Was he referring to an omelet?
No,
No,
like
it's
scrambled eggs.
like
with
scrambled
cheese.
eggs with cheese on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that an omelet?
No.
Omelets
aren't
are like
scrambled.
Folded.
Yes.
It's a different. Well, so technically,
technically,
omelets
the
are
yolk and the
scrambled,
white
but
are
then
beat
cooked in a
together.
circle. Yes.
But like, true scramble, you mix it around in the
You
pan.
mix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
technically, an omelet is just a scramble that you forgot about.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
That's what that
But yeah,
is.
this is like got a bunch of eggs, whip them together, throw them in
And
a
then
pan,
put 'em
throw
in a
a
pan
handful
with
of cheese,
cheese,
in, and
yeah.
then do it
And
up.
then absolutely destroy your pan with cheese is what that is. Just
Not if
melt
you do it
all the
right.
cheese. No, that's true.
Yeah.
If you do it right / have a good pan, you don't get all the cheese stuck to your pan. But
Yeah,
it's
every
a
time I
risky
think
business.
about cheesy eggs, I just think of Ma, cheesy eggs.
Oh, good. Before we get to table talk, I'm gonna put everyone on B rate back, and we're gonna raid somebody. But you guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Bye.